And it's the Utes of the Baylor Bears. So good to be with you today. Sold-out crowd expected for the first time. Well, not for the first time, for the umpteenth time since the middle 2000s. We'll have a sellout crowd here at Rice-Eccles Stadium as Utah takes on the Baylor Bears. And it's a big one, Scott, because we step up in level of competition. Southern Utah was what it was. Today, though, it's a conference opponent, though not in a conference game. And we're looking forward to a big matchup today with the Baylor Bears. What are you expecting as the level of talent raises and Utah gets challenged here today?
Well, this is a conference game. I mean, you can say what you want, but it's a conference foe. It's a conference game. Baylor wasn't happy about what happened in Waco last year. Coach Aranda is a little bit on the warm seat, so there's this desire here for this Baylor team to show something, especially with Utah coming into the conference now, being chosen as a preseason favorite for the conference. You're going to expect the intensity from the get-go, and you're going to get the best from this team. We don't know about Utah yet because we really don't. We don't know about Baylor yet either. So this is going to be the game that's really going to decide what we know about these teams and where they are.
Cam Rising's back, Brant Keithy's back, but there's a change of quarterback for the Baylor Bears. They brought in a really good quarterback out of the MAC from Toledo, a kid named Taquan Finn, who won 11 straight games last year for the Toledo Rockets, and who's a much better upgraded quarterback this year for the Baylor Bears.
Yeah, he really is, and he's running an offense he's familiar with, and he's very, very athletic. He can throw the ball. He can run the ball. He can get himself out of situations when he's totally not comfortable in a new environment, a new situation. It's going to be a step up from him from being in the MAC, similar to some of these other quarterbacks we've seen, Anthony Brown and of course Cam Ward at Washington State when Utah was in the Pac-12. How does he handle the step up in level of competition? Expect him to run around, try to make plays, and really get after it. You got to contain him if you're going to beat Baylor today, though.
Third member of our broadcast team is on the sideline in the heat today. That's Stevenson, Sylvester, Sly. What's the vibe today with Baylor in town?
Oh, my God, it is amazing out here to see this stadium, see this crowd. They are energized. It's just as energized in the locker room. Today, it was a little different. Coach Whittingham really didn't have to say much. It was the leaders of the team stepping up. The Cam Risings, the Brant Keithys, even Spencer Fano on the offensive side of the ball. But these guys stepped up and said it fast and physical today. You put them on them from the jump all the way to the start. Be relentless. That was what they preached in the locker room. So I'm looking forward to seeing that today.
Sly, thank you. That sideline update brought to you by Ken Garff. We hear you. First half today brought to you by Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Money Parks and Charlie Vincent back deep to receive the Baylor kickoff. Bears won the toss. They elected to defer. So Utah, we haven't seen them very often, but they'll get the ball first here. And a chance to see Rising in that offense. Utah in the entire red look today. Oh, it's a good look. Shiny red helmets, red pants, red jerseys. Baylor with a big white look today with that green trim, with the green numbers. Should be a good day here at Rice-Eccles Stadium. Temperature's supposed to hit about 90 degrees by the time we're all said and done. The muss in full effect. We're ready to go. Good to be with you today on this Saturday, wherever you might be listening in, around the state of Utah, around the country, around the world. It's great to be with you today. Isaiah Hankins has it teed up and ready to go at his own 35. He'll kick south to north here today as noise begins to ring around Rice-Eccles Stadium. Second weekend of the season and a Big 12 team in, and we are ready to go as Hankins puts his right foot into it. Money Parks will let it drift over his head out of the back of the end zone, and Utah will begin 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Cam Rising as CCR blares around Rice-Eccles Stadium. Scott will look to build on what he did a week ago against SUU.
Yeah, he will, and I think it's important for this offense to be out first. Make a statement. Cam Rising's a leader of your team. Get everyone electrified in this game. Go down the field, score early on in this game, get the defense going. But it's so important for Utah to get off to a fast start today.
Baylor's got a good front seven led up front by guys like Marshall and Linton and Lance and Maia. Linebackers are good too with Thomas Jones and Williams. 1st and 10 Utah for their own 25, Cam of the gun. Got Mekhi Bernard next to him, and he will play action pass on 1st down. Looking, throwing outside, has a man caught out of bounds. That's Dorian Singer. Give Dorian about a 9-yard. I'll give him an 8-yard game. He came back to the ball at the 28-yard line. They got Singer involved early last week and again this week too.
Yeah, and Andy Ludwig wants to get Dorian, but that's a great catch. I mean, that's a 12 out of 10 on the difficulty on that one there. But good pass protection there. throw when they think you're going to run. I like that first call.
Second down and 2, Dijon Stanley in the ball game. He was the big play man a week ago against SUU. 3 receivers and a tight end in the pattern. Baylor crowds the line of scrimmage from the 28-yard line. Rising goes under center this time. Cam surveys the defense. He will take the snap, turn and hand it to Stanley. Flags fly, and we're going to have a little bit of a motion penalty here against Utah.
False start, number 55, offense, 5-yard penalty, second down.
I don't want to get into this too early, but Spencer Fano was flagged a couple of times last week, too. He's flagged here for a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, and sometimes you just get a little jumpy there. And also, it seemed like they were at the line of scrimmage for a while. Interesting call, though. It's going to be a run up the middle to Dijon Stanley, so they're trying to get him involved early as well.
Duty stays at the ball game. That's his nickname, Dijon Stanley. 3 receivers and a tight end again. Now make it second down, and we'll call it about 8 yards to go. Rising changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Turns and hands it again to Stanley. He's got running room 35 to the outside. 40, and he's tripped up and taken down at the 41-yard line. A really nice run of 18 yards. Tripped up by Johnson, the corner. Otherwise, like last week, he might have been out the gate and up that sideline.
Yeah, really nice. You see this offensive line. Pass protection was good on the first play. Great hole right here. I mean, they're moving guys out of the middle. They're uprooting the Baylor defensive line. Very, very nice start for this O-line.
13, not 18 on the game, but a first down. They stack the strength on the left-hand side. Motion a tight end across the formation. That's Keithy. Bernard in the ball game. Play action pass. Rising. Looking long. He's throwing it out there. He's got Singer open and off his fingertips. Incomplete. At the Baylor 15-yard line, they took a deep shot with Singer. Corner was a step behind, but just a little out of his reach. Second down coming up.
Yeah, that's a great throw. Great read by Cam Rising. He let him up the field just a little bit. If he leads him across the field, Dorian can run away from that throw. Very, very close, though.
Lorando Johnson, the Arkansas transfer who made the tackle on the prior play, had the coverage. Second down and 10 now for the 42-yard line for Utah. Bernard stays in the ball game. They flex 2 receivers and 2 tight ends in the ball game here, and here we go. Inside handoff, Bernard. A little bit of running room. Out to the 45 goes Mackay. A short gain of 3 yards. Jackie Marshall made the tackle up front for Baylor. We'll have third down and 7 coming up here for the Utes.
Yeah, still a good push by the offensive line. Baylor was kind of in a looping stunt right there and stunted right into the run play. It was a good call by them. Still a positive play when you have a run blitz designed with those up front guys, and Utah still able to get at least 3 or 4 yards. So that's actually a positive.
Steve Linton, the jackbacker, checks in the ball game. Third down and 7. First third down for Utah in the afternoon. Bernard stays in the ball game. They motion Money Parks out. 3 receivers and a tight end. Rising in the shotgun, he'll backpedal to pass. 4-man rush. Cam looking. He's going to survey and move out to his right-hand side. Throw it down the field. He's got a man open, but he throws it incomplete. Trying to get that ball to Brant Keithy. Not a real good throw that time by Cam. In fact, he probably could have run for the first down. Instead, it'll be 4th down, and Utah will send out the punt team.
Not a probable. It's like an absolute. I mean, he's got 4 miles here to run. He probably could have gotten, at least 15, 20 yards and not been touched. That could be a little bit of the sign of holding Cam, maybe not letting him run the ball as much.
Josh Cameron back to receive the punt. He averaged 15 yards a return. One of the best in the Big 12 a year ago. Baumeister on to punt it. High and end over end. Cameron not messing around, will fair catch it at the 11-yard line. And that's where Baylor will take over 1st and 10 when we get back. 44-yard punt, no return. 12-12 to play here in the first half. First half of Utah football today being brought to you by University of Utah Health, the official health care provider for the Utes family and yours. From Rice-Eccles Stadium in the Big O Tires broadcast booth, it's Utah 0, and the Baylor Bears get the ball for the first time when we get back. This is Utah football from ESPN 700 and the Ute Sports Radio Network.
Hey, Ute fans, whether you're celebrating a big win or getting psyched for the next game, make the moment with Costa Vida. Drop by to grab some crunchy nachos, delicious shredded beef tacos, or a classic sweet pork burrito. And you'll definitely need chips and queso while your friends relive the highlights. Want to save on your next game day meal? Get $4 off your order when you download the Costa app. Then earn points towards a free meal every time you scan a receipt. Cheer on the Utes with Costa Vida.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard. until the other team scores. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Shaping a game plan for your family's health care involves more than just X's and O's. It's being there when you need them most or when you least expect it. As the trusted healthcare provider for the Utes family and yours, University of Utah Health has the right playbook for keeping your team healthy no matter what age or need. Get the same care the Utes rely on by visiting uofuhealth.org. That's uofuhealth.org. Whether you're looking for a new car, truck, SUV, or luxury vehicle, Ken Garff has it all. With 23 dealerships along the Wasatch Front, 21 different makes, and thousands of used cars, there's a lot to choose from. But you only have to go to one place to see them all. That's KenGarff.com. That's right, browse every Ken Garff vehicle in one place. And while you're there, you can also sell your current car or schedule a service appointment. Whatever your vehicle needs are, just go to KenGarff.com. Ken Garff, we hear you.
You're listening to Utah Football, brought to you by Pepsi and Smith's on ESPN 700 and the Utes Sports Network.
Today's Utah football broadcast being brought to you by Great Clips. To get you in out and back to greatness, they offer everything you need with none of the extra stuff you don't. Great Clips, going to be great. Baylor 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line. Dequan Finn, last year's MAC Player of the Year at Toledo, leads the offense out. He'll have Richard Reese as his tailback. Reese had 78 yards a week ago, 21 yards, 16 receiving last year against Utah. 89-yard field, Utah with 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers on the field right now. First handoff is straight ahead to Richard Reese, picks his way off that right side and picks up 2 to the 13-yard line. Samote Pepa, welcome back. He missed last week's game. Samote in on the tackle that time. 2-yard gain, second down coming up.
Yeah, Samote was right there, but Baylor, again, really going to try to establish run early in the game. It's Dave Miranda, so this is going to be a nice matchup between the D-line and the O-line.
Pendergrass in the ball game at tailback now on 2nd and 8. Finn brings a wide receiver in motion, hands it off on the end around. That's Hawkins that has it. He's going to get nothing. Driven backwards. Was that Ashton Hawkins? It was. The Texas State transfer belted out of bounds. Theo Johnson came up to make the stick. 3rd down and 7 coming up.
We referenced the Alamo, and the defense did a great job of stretching that out, and the Cavalry came in at the last minute, Theo Johnson, and finished it up. Very nice play.
You know how the Alamo ended, though, right?
Yeah,
not so good for the home team.
It was a bad one there, but it galvanized the state.
Empty backfield, 5 wide here on 3rd down and 7. Watch the quarterback run. Finn claps his hands and takes the snap. He backpedals to pass, throws the flanker screen, incomplete, right through the hands of the wide receiver that time, Jamal Bell. He fired it out there. Smith Snowden had the coverage, and that's a quick 3 and out for the Baylor offense.
Yeah, and these are the types of things. I know this is an easy throw, but you can see he was pressured and he had to throw it quick. Utah, I think, would have defended it just very, very well, but it's giving this young quarterback or inexperienced at this level a lot of different looks, and he's seeing that right now from this Utah defense.
Micah Pittman, who was hurt on a punt return last year against Baylor, stands at his own 35-yard line. Palmer Williams, the Baylor punter, stands 2 yards deep in his end zone. Utah will not come after him here. They'll set up the return for Pittman. Kick is away. It's a line drive rocket, and he's going to have a chance to take it to the 30-yard line. Pittman to the outside 35. Pittman to the 40. Pittman to the 43. 44 and out of bounds. That'll be a 14-yard return for Micah Pittman, and Utah set up in great position that time. 57-yard punt, 14-yard return, and another timeout on the field. 10:47 to play here in the first quarter. Utah will start at their own 44 when we get back. It's 0-0 for the Big O Tires broadcast booth. This is Utah football from ESPN 700 and the Utes Sports Radio Network.
The world's easiest way to pizza just got easier. The Little Caesars mobile app lets you customize your hot and ready order and use our new Pizza Portal pickup. Or pick it up at our drive-thru. Download the Little Caesars app today.
Pizza.
The easiest way to pizza just got easier. The Little Caesars mobile app lets you customize your hot and ready order and pick it up at our Pizza Portal. Your pizza, your way. Download the Little Caesars app today.
Pizza.
In need of a bus charter for your next adventure? We'll look no further than the official team transportation provider for Utah Athletics. Holiday Motor Coach has a fleet of over 100 motor coaches servicing the Intermountain West, ranging in size from 24 to 56 passengers. Visit holidaymotorcoach.com. That's holidaymotorcoach.com and request your free online quote today. Utes fans, traveling to the game's never been easier. Whether at home or on the road, our official travel platform, Utes Travel, a book seats experience, has you covered. Bundle your game tickets with flights and or hotels to save up to 30%. And the best part, every booking directly supports our student athletes. Plan your next trip today at bookseats.com. That's bookseats.com. Utes Travel, a book seats experience.
Pizza just goes better with Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Pizza. Thank you.
But don't take our word for it. In fact, don't take any words for it. Crispy and cheesy, paired with delicious and refreshing. My mouth is watering already. Ooh, too high. Yeah, we've all been there. Every bite is better with Pepsi.
You're listening to Utah Football, brought to you by Big O Tires and America First Credit Union on ESPN 700 and the Utes Sports Network.
Utah Football, the second Saturday in September, being brought to you by our friends at University of Utah Health, also brought to us by KSL and KSL.com. News, sports, weather, you name it. KSL.com's got you covered. I'm Bill Riley. That's Scott Mitchell. Sly's downstairs. Matt's up here. Dave's up here. Sarah's running the show. I have no idea where Alonzo is. I have no idea where he is. But Sarah's taking care of us. Utah's got it 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line. Stopped on the first drive. They split 3 receivers to the right-hand side. And Mekhi Bernard in the backfield with Cam Rising. Flanker screen to the outside, caught by Singer. Dorian tripped up and taken down after a 2-yard gain. He bounces that outside. He's probably up the sideline a little bit. Tackle on the play that time by Baylor. So a 2-yard gain. Second down, and we'll call it almost 7 to go.
Those are some tough plays. You're getting the ball out there quick to your wide receiver. I mean, it was, a positive play, but very accurate throw. And a throw with some zip. That's something that I want to see from Cam this week. And that maybe a little different than last week. And that was good zip right there.
Yeah, we'll call it long 7, short 8 here for Utah. They motion it back out of the backfield. 5 receivers in the pattern this time. Baylor with 4 at the line of scrimmage. Cam's going to pass again. Looking right, nothing there. Dumps it over the middle. He's got his man over the middle and complete that time. Brant Keeley with his first catch of the afternoon. Make it Dallin Bentley with his first catch of the afternoon, number 88. And Utah's got a first down.
Yeah, nice catch by Dallin Bentley, too, because you kind of don't see the ball until the last minute when you run along the line of scrimmage. Little low, he's on the run, but great catch there.
Utah's got 6 tight ends they'll use. Bentley's about 5th on the depth chart, but he's got great hands, too. 1st and 10 now for the Baylor 42-yard line. 9:35 of the clock running to play here. The first quarter, we're scoreless. Cam goes under center. Bernard behind him. Turning a give to Mekhi, who runs straight ahead to the 40, to the 39, and that's about it. Tough sledding inside that time. Keaton Thomas, the Will linebacker, made the tackle for Baylor. 3-yard gain. Second down and 7 coming up.
Yeah, this is what I saw from Mekhi in the short time he was in last week. Some tough running inside there. That guy's unblocked, and it's just mano a mano. And Mekhi lived up to the challenge right there and got something positive. That's what you want to see. Run north and south, and good things happen.
3 yards in the bank. Second down and 7 for the Baylor 39 as we dip under 9 to play here in the first quarter. Bernard stays in the ball game. They shift 2 tight ends, Bentley and Lohner to the left-hand side. Rising in the gun. It's going to throw the ball to the outside. Throws, and the receiver never turned around. That's going to be pass interference or a hold. Money Parks never looked up. Cam threw it behind him. Devin Bobby will be the guy they flag on that play.
Yeah, Money Parks is readjusting his uniform right now because he was held so poorly. Or much. I don't know.
He never turned around to find the ball.
I don't think he could. I think he was being, he was really being mauled there.
The ball will be played from the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Moving to the 28 of Baylor, 1st and 10. That infraction on the Baylor defense, the first of the afternoon, 8:46 to play. They'll wind the clock here as they try to go outside the Money Parks. Money, by the way, won the Aaron Lowe and Ty Jordan scholarship this year to represent his fellow Texans. He wears that scholarship proudly this year to represent Utah football.
Yeah, the replay, Bill, showed that he didn't have the ability to turn around. He had someone's hands right in his face.
So Utah has it 1st and 10 at the Baylor 28 as they move here on their second drive of the afternoon. Shift the personnel, 2 wide left, 2 wide right. And Bernard in the backfield with Rising. They motion a receiver across the formation. Pop pass, reverse pass now. Cam's going to get out there. Nope, they're going to keep it here on the near sideline. Money Parks to the 5, to the 4, 3, 2, 1, touchdown. Flag on the play. We'll see if this one comes back, and I think it's going to be a hold. We'll see who it's a hold on. They're saying it's a hold on Baylor. This touchdown's going to count. Money Parks, 28 yards on the end around, and that's a Utah touchdown. Elias Knoll, the defensive tackle, was holding on the play, and Money Parks showing that speed off, gets it in the end zone for a Utah touchdown.
Yeah, this is great play to get Money Parks involved. I mean, he's a playmaker. He's a guy that can get the ball down the field, and those are difference makers. And getting them involved, I think more players should have held for Baylor on that play because anyone who touched that ball was going to score a touchdown.
It was well blocked. It was a lot like that end around Kansas City ran the other night against the Ravens. Good blocking down the field. PAT up and good by Cole Becker. That's a Pepsi touchdown for the University of Utah, and that PAT brought to you by our friends at Quick Quack Car Wash. With that completion, and it was a completion on a pop pass, Rising's got 470 career passing completions, and he ties for 6th with Larry Egger. Timeout on the field. 8:37 to play here in the first quarter. The Utes strike first today here at Rice-Eccles Stadium, 7-0 Utah. And this is Utah football. ESPN 700 Ute Sports Radio Network.
Hey Ute fans, whether you're celebrating a big win or getting psyched for the next game, make the moment with Costa Vida. Drop by to grab some crunchy nachos, delicious shredded beef tacos, or a classic sweet pork burrito. And you'll definitely need chips and queso while your friends relive the highlights. Want to save on your next game day meal? Get $4 off your order when you download the Costa app. Then earn points towards a free meal every time you scan a receipt. Cheer on the Utes with Costa Vida.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard until the other team scores. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Shaping a game plan for your family's health care involves more than just X's and O's. It's being there when you need them most or when you least expect it. As the trusted healthcare provider for the Utes family and yours, University of Utah Health has the right playbook for keeping your team healthy no matter what age or need. Get the same care the Utes rely on by visiting uofuhealth.org. That's uofuhealth.org. Whether you're looking for a new car, truck, SUV, or luxury vehicle, Ken Garff has it all. With 23 dealerships along the Wasatch Front, 21 different makes, and thousands of used cars, there's a lot to choose from. But you only have to go to one place to see them all. That's KenGarff.com. That's right, browse every Ken Garff vehicle in one place. And while you're there, you can also sell your current car or schedule a service appointment. Whatever your vehicle needs are, just go to KenGarff.com. Ken Garff, we hear you.
This is where the Utes live on game day and every day. KALL North Salt Lake, KXRK HD3, ESPN 700 and 92.1 FM. You're listening to Utah Football, brought to you by Key Bank on ESPN 700 and the Ute Sports Network.
8:37 to play in the first quarter. 7-0 Utah. 4 plays, 56 yards on that Pepsi touchdown scoring drive. Scott, so many weapons, so many things that Andy Ludwig and Cam Rising can play around with. That was a perfect example right there.
I'll bet Andy Ludwig didn't sleep last night thinking about this play. You got Duty and you got Money, and both of them can run really fast, and one's running left really fast and one is running right, and that's the luxury that Andy Ludwig has. He's got all these great players, and utilizing their strength is such a brilliant thing, and that just a great example of taking advantage of the speed you have on an offense. No one would have, everyone would have scored. No one was touched on that last play.
Baylor will have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Sly, what did you see both on the defensive stop but also that offensive drive for Utah? All right, we'll get back to Sly coming up here in a minute with a Ken Garff sideline update. 1st and 10. Dawson Pendergrass in the ball game for the first time here for the Baylor Bears. Lines up in the shotgun with his quarterback, DeQuan Finn. 4 receivers in the pattern here for Baylor. Finn, play action. Hit as he throws, and the ball is out. The ball is out. It's rolling at the 5. It's rolling at the 3, and Utah's on it. It's a fumble recovery for the Utes. Kareni Reed, Smith Snowden, Teo Johnson, all there for Utah. And the Utes have forced a turnover. They've got it 1st and goal at the Baylor 3.
Yeah, all set up by Connor O'Toole, who, really felt like he was going to have a mismatch today. Clearly a mismatch there. Great job of getting to the quarterback and then getting on that football. I mean, he's not untouched. And just, what a great effort there. Just a lunge forward. And the ball didn't quite bounce up like Kareni wanted.
Kareni would have walked in for a touchdown had it bounced up to him. Instead, they've got it 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. Great work by Connor O'Toole to hit Finn just as he's throwing. And Utah in position here to punch it in from short yardage out. It's Mekhi Bernard. It's Cam Rising. It's 2 tight ends. It's 2 wide receivers. Rising brings a receiver across the formation. He'll turn and hand it. Nope, he's going to throw it into the end zone. And pass interference on Dorian Singer. He was absolutely mugged by Devin Bobby. No relation to Ricky. But if you
the same
first,
result,
you're last. Yeah.
I mean, there was a mugging going on right there. It was not a good deal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line here for Utah. 1.5-yard line after the penalty.
These are the times when you put in an extra guy and you, in the past, you would run.
Yes.
Cam, right?
Well, and by the way, Dorian was there. He was absolutely tackled in the back of the end zone.
But this is the throw-first mentality, too. Play action and throw the ball over.
Carson Ryan lines up as a fullback. Mekhi Bernard in the tailback position. Cam's going to roll to his right, toss it into the end zone. That's a touchdown to Bernard. He leaked out after the fake handoff and got all by himself in the red. That's a Utah touchdown. And Cam's got another touchdown pass on the day. That's 2, and it's 13-0 Utah.
Yeah, this is a different Utah offense. I'm telling you. Like, throwing a lot of play action, taking shots down the field, getting these wide receivers involved. Mekhi Bernard, of course, he's a great wide receiver. Great call. You bring in all the tight ends and everyone, makes it look like a run, and then leaks out the back out of the backfield off the play action. Great execution, but this is definitely a throw-first offense right now.
1 play, 3 yards. We're keeping it easy for Dave Spatafor here today, charting these touchdowns. PAT, up and good by Cole Becker. That PAT, a quick quack car wash PAT. So after the turnover, quickly a touchdown. 1 play, 3 yards, 13 seconds off the play clock, and we've got a timeout on the field. 14-0 Utah, midway through the first quarter here at Rice Eccles Stadium. It's Utah football from ESPN 700, Ute Sports Radio Network.
The world's easiest way to pizza just got easier. The Little Caesars mobile app lets you customize your hot and ready order and use our new Pizza Portal pickup. Or pick it up at our drive-thru. Download the Little Caesars app today.
Pizza.
The easiest way to pizza just got easier. The Little Caesars mobile app lets you customize your hot and ready order and pick it up in our Pizza Portal. Your pizza, your way. Download the Little Caesars app today.
Pizza.
Utes fans, traveling to the game's never been easier. Whether at home or on the road, our official travel platform, Utes Travel, a book seats experience, has you covered. Bundle your game tickets with flights and or hotels to save up to 30%. And the best part? Every booking directly supports our student athletes. Plan your next trip today at bookseats.com. That's bookseats.com. Utes Travel, a book seats experience. In need of a bus charter for your next adventure? We'll look no further than the official team transportation provider for Utah Athletics. Holiday Motor Coach has a fleet of over 100 motor coaches servicing the Intermountain West, ranging in size from 24 to 56 passengers. Visit holidaymotorcoach.com. That's holidaymotorcoach.com and request your free online quote today.
Pizza just goes better with Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Pizza. Thank you.
But don't take our word for it. In fact, don't take any words for it. Crispy and cheesy, paired with delicious and refreshing. My mouth is watering already. Ooh, too high. Yeah, we've all been there. Every bite is better with Pepsi.
You're listening to Utah Football, brought to you by Key Bank on ESPN 700 and the Ute Sports Network.
Utes Quick strike after the turnover. Let's go downstairs. Sly, we hadn't heard from you yet today. What's going on?
This offense is doing amazing. We played on the first couple possessions. You got to play the field position battle. At least, if you're not going to score, pin them down deep in their area and let your defense take over. We've seen some amazing defense. But on that Money Parks touchdown, absolutely amazing play call. Money Parks had a great fake, walked right into the end zone. We're on fire. Connor O'Toole coming off the edge. This defense is looking great. I told you their offensive line is susceptible to some definite pressure from us, so expect to see a lot more of that here in this game.
Sly, thank you. That sideline update brought to you by Ken Garf. We hear you. Cole Becker ready to go. Tees it up. Kicks a line drive right up to Jamal Bell. Skips to him for the 1 yard line. Jamal Bell to the 5, to the 10, to the 15. Jamal to the 20 and tackled right there at about the 23 yard line. Bell, a transfer from Nevada. Was a good kick return, a punt return man at Nevada. 73-yard field coming here for the Baylor Bears after a couple of tough goes.
A lot of transfers on this Baylor team, and it can be good and bad for you.
So we'll see what DeQuan Finn can do after a couple of tough drives. He'll operate out of the shotgun. 3 receivers, make it 5 receivers now in the pattern. 3 on the left, 2 on the right here. Utah will rush 4. They'll bring a linebacker up. Remember, he will run. Now they'll bring a tailback, Dawson Pendergrass, in the backfield. First down. They hand it to Pendergrass. He is going nowhere. Stacked up. There's a gaggle of Utes up front. Samote Peppa there. Keanu Tanavasa there as well. Junior Tafuna as well. The 2 Bingham boys making that tackle. Peppa and Tafuna. Be second down at 11 coming up here for Utah.
Yeah, right now up front, Utah's winning the battle, both sides of the ball, especially on defense. And to Sly's point, there definitely is a mismatch here, and Baylor wants to try to run it, and Utah's doing a great job of stopping.
Trips to the left-hand side, single wide receiver to the right-hand side. Now they motion a man, Monterey Baldwin to the right-hand side. Finn is going to keep it. Out on the edge, gets it to Baldwin. Baldwin in space, spun around and spun out of bounds at about the 27-yard line after a gain of 4. Number 2, Smith Snowden, a nickelback, made the tackle. Baldwin now, he's fast. He's got great speed. He was on Bruce Feldman's freaks list, but picked up just 4 right there.
And that's part of this, that RPO, and they actually do it a lot more than a lot of folks, and do it well. They did it very well last week.
Bears 0 for 1 on 3rd down. 3rd down and 6 here. Almost 7 yards to go. DeQuan Finn in the shotgun. He's going to pass. Backpedals, pressure coming. Looking, surveying. He's going to step up away from the rush and look to throw it down the field. He's got a man open, and it's incomplete. Out of bounds. Trying to get that to Michael Trigg, the tight end, the former USC and Ole Miss man, and he was out of bounds. Good throw, but Trigg stepped on the white, and it's incomplete. Nate Ritchie had the coverage. And it's punt time here for the Baylor Bears.
Yeah, good job by the defense, because you didn't let DeQuan Finn get out. He moved a little bit in the pocket, but it wasn't enough to make a play. And great job this defense getting off the field on 3 plays.
Palmer Williams will have his second punt of the afternoon, the sophomore. And Micah Pittman will stand back at his own 23, returned the first one for 14 yards. One-time Oregon Duck, one-time Florida State Seminole, healthy again. Williams gets the kick away. It's a good punt. Pittman's going to back up and take it at about the 13-yard line. Micah Pittman trying to get to the outside. Micah Pittman is going to be tackled at about the 13. He had a lot of field in front of him, but could not run the Baylor coverage. That's another good punt for Palmer Williams, and Utah will take over 1st and 10 at their own 13 after a 60-yard punt. Well, they'll say 14 now, and a 1-yard return.
Yeah, Micah's got to get to that sideline, make it cut, and get upfield. You can't run lateral all afternoon. You got to find some just positive yards. Try to get a guy to overplay you and make that first guy miss.
Well, that might have worked a week ago against SUU, but this Baylor team does have good team speed.
They do.
1st and 10, Utah at their own 14. 6:40 to play here in the first quarter. 14-0 Utah. Two tight ends in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to Bernard. Mekhi Bernard picking his way forward. Will get to the 16, and that's it. 2-yard gain. Traven Mae, the former Oregon Duck and Bishop Gorman High School product, makes the tackle after a 2-yard gain. 2nd down and 8 coming up.
Yeah, Baylor's got a lot of guys up there at the line of scrimmage on those early downs, and it's tough sledding. Utah's getting some tough yards, and you watch these offensive linemen. They're engaged. They're not letting guys slip off of blocks, but there's just extra bodies up there.
Stanley and Bernard in the backfield. 2 receivers on the outside. One of those, Brian Keithy. Motion Stanley out of the backfield, and that's going to be a motion penalty on Utah. Bad snap. They're going to try that wheel route again, I think. Here's our referee.
False start. Offense. Multiple players move, but the center did not snap the ball. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
That's the everybody but the center is offsides. Clearly, the center just, he probably got engaged with something in his head and forgot the snap count. Uncharacteristic of a Utah team to have a couple of delay or false start plays here.
Second down, call it 13, back at the 11-yard line. Clock running, 5:45 to play here. Rising in the gun's going to backpedal to pass. 4 in the pattern this time for Utah. Cam's going to step up and run away from the pressure. He's got the 15-20. He's got the 25-30. He's got the 35, and down to the 37-yard line goes Cam Rising. 26-yard scramble for Rising. Keaton Thomas, the will linebacker, made the tackle, but that'll be a first down. Good decision that time by Cam Rising.
Oh, great decision right there. I mean, really good pass protection, but they're in too deep, and there's a lot of space to get past those guys. Good to see Cam make those definitive moves. Looked like a little race car, just changing lanes there, shifting back and forth.
Out to the 36 is where they mark it. 1st and 10. Utah 5:10 of the clock running to play here in the first quarter. 14-0. Bernard stays in the ball game. 2 tights and 2 wides for Utah. Baylor crowds the line of scrimmage with 5 here. Rising rolls to his right, looks to pass. Down the field's got a man. That's Money Parks. Caught at the 35. 30 and down to the Baylor 29-yard line. Goes Montaran Money Parks. He only had 1 grab for 4 yards a week ago, but he's played a big role here in the first quarter today.
Yeah, money's on the money today, and that's Sly. He called it in the pregame, double move. A little out and up right there, and great job. Great job by Money getting off the defender, not letting him reroute you or touch you out of that move. Great. Isn't that a beautiful throw right
36 yards on the pitch and catch to Park. 6 of 8 for 87 yards for Cam. 1st and 10 at the 29 of Baylor. Rising under center. Bernard behind him. Handoff Mackay. Cuts inside. Dives forward and down to the 24-yard line for a gain of 5 on 1st down.
Yeah, big improvement from last week to this with this O-line, especially in this running game. I mean, even though there's extra guys in there, you're seeing guys fit, and they're not getting off the blocks, the defenders, and they're just engaged. These offensive linemen engaging, sustaining these blocks, and creating some holes.
Devin Bobby with the tackle. He's been active here early, the safety for Baylor. 2nd down and 5 for the Bear, 24-yard line. Play clock at 13, play clock at 12, play clock at 11 as Utah breaks the huddle. They'll have to go here. Game clock at 3:44. Rising under center, play clock down to 5. Changing the play now is Cam. Play clock at 2, play clock at 1. He turns and hands again. Bernard again. Mackay up to the 20, and it's a gain of 4, about 3rd down and 1. Keaton Thomas with the tackle again. It's right on the edge of the U First Credit Union red zone.
And it's, again, what I saw last week with Mackay, I mentioned in the pregame, some tough running right there. I mean, those are some tough yards, and he's really making great reads and great cuts. A lot of north-south running with Mackay, and that's something I don't know that, he's more of an edge guy, more of a receiver. He's running tough today.
Mike Mitchell in the ball game. 2 tight ends and 2 wide receivers now for Utah on 3rd down and 1. Utah 0 for 1 on 3rd down today. Movement up front by the Bears. Now Cam's going to change the play. Under center he goes, takes the snap from Jaron Kump, hands it off to Mitchell. He's got 1st down yardage to the Baylor 16, a 4-yard gain and a first down. Jones made the tackle, but Utah in the red zone here for the first time today. I think it's 2nd time today.
Yeah, Mike Mitchell's that big back, that's going to get those tough yards for you right there. They don't bring the safety up at the line of scrimmage, and you're going to get 4 or 5 yards. I mean, just an excellent play, excellent execution there. Mike Mitchell wants to stay in the game so the ball's not coming out. He's going to hold on to it.
Caleb Lohner, the former Baylor Bear basketball player in the ball game here on 1st down and 10 for the Baylor 16-yard line. Luca Caldarella, Grant Keithy to the left, Caleb Lohner to the right. Mitchell stays in the ball game. Rising under center, now in the shotgun, looking to throw it toward the end zone. Lohner up and over his head. A lot of hand fighting up that sideline. And just out of the reach of the 6'8" Caleb Lohner, brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, I like the play call. I also like Cam's patience with it. He's giving him a chance right there. Maybe he just gets a little bit more air on it. It's more like a jump ball. He's got a 1.5 foot advantage over this DB. Ball just sails out of bounds. I mean, it's seriously.
1.5 foot?
Advantage in height, yes.
In height?
Yeah.
Well, jumping height, maybe.
Well, he's like 6'9". The guy's 5'11".
That's not a foot and a half.
In my Utah County,
math is hard.
Utah County math, it's a foot and a half. Look,
second down, handoff. Mitchell on the right-hand side. Bounces off a tackle. Then gets driven back. They'll give him the 14 with forward progress. Got to work on your math skills real fast. Jones and Thomas make the tackle. 3rd down and 8 coming up.
I was in the metric system, okay? I was talking metrics, right?
You never lived in Canada.
It's a better system. That's Mike Mitchell right there. That's called a heat-seeking missile. He should have had better vision. The hole was back to the inside, but he's young. He's learning.
Utah 1 out of 2 on 3rd down today. Minute 40 of the clock running to play here in the first quarter. 14-0, and 3rd down and 8 for the Baylor's 14-yard line. Dijon Stanley in the backfield. 2 receivers wide, left and right. Stanley out of the backfield. Cam's going to throw the flanker screen to this side. Dorian Singer, not enough blocking. That was math, too. And that math problem didn't factor out in Utah's favor. Dorian picks up 2 to the 12. It'll be 4th down and 6. And here comes Cole Becker to kick a field goal.
Yeah, those are hard sometimes, those screens, because if you don't get it just right now, the defenders don't have anywhere to go. They don't have to back up because there's the end zones there. Guy missed on the block right there, but Baylor defended it pretty well.
Cole's first field goal attempt of the year. We didn't get to see him kick any field goals last week. 7 PATs, too early today. This will be a 30-yard attempt out of the hold of Jack Baumeister from the right hash. Snap is good, place is good, and the kick also good. And with 48 seconds to play here in the first quarter, Utah's added 3 more to the scoreboard. It's Utah 17 and Baylor nothing.
Yeah, just a really good start here to this game. It's so important to just keep that momentum going right now. And some interesting matchup situations Utah was trying to get. I like the matchup with Caleb Lohner right there. Baylor, did a good job of kind of covering the running there late in that drive, but a pretty good drive. Again, it's what I've talked about before the game. Got to go down. You got to score points. Touchdowns, field goals, got to keep scoring points. But this offense has been pretty consistent, Bill.
Field goal brought to you by Quick Quack Car Wash, great partner of Utah. 10 plays, 74 yards, 5:52 off the game clock. And with 48 seconds to play here in the first, Utah leads it 17-0. First quarter being brought to you by BookSeats.com. Get your booking experience, travel packages, save 30% on flights, hotels, and tickets. BookSeats.com. Start planning your trip to see the Utes on the road today. Go Utes. We'll be on the road next week, but know that you need to use Book Seats for a trip to Logan. Probably just hopping in your car. I don't know if there's any flights. Well, depending on where you're coming from. If you're listening from out of state, maybe. But Scott and the crew and I will be driving up to Logan next week. Here's Becker's kickoff. It's high. It's end over end. That's going to be a touchback. Out the back of the end zone it goes. And Baylor will have it 1st and 10 at their own 25. Haven't been real impressed with the Quan Finn yet. Now, Utah's been good up front, but Finn's looked a little out of sorts.
Yeah, it feels like they've been a little bit conservative, feeling like they're really trying to establish a running game, which is fine because now Utah's accumulated a lot of points here in the process. You're getting to that point where you're going to make Baylor a little bit one-dimensional here. Nothing has happened in the running game. That's been an excellent job by Utah's defensive front here, and I haven't really seen anything from the outside that I don't think our cornerbacks could handle. Scooby Davis has done a pretty good job out there, so I don't see a fall off or a weakness with him stepping up.
1st and 10 Baylor from their own 25. Finn and the tailback, Reese in the backfield. They're going to delay the handoff to Richard Reese straight ahead. He's bouncing around. Good run. Out beyond the 30 to about the 31-yard line for a gain of 6. It's about the best offensive play they've had all day right there. Smith Snowden out of his nickel spot makes the tackle for Utah. They're going to go quick this time. Hand it again to Reese straight ahead. Not quite as much running room that time. Picks up maybe a yard to the 32. 3rd down and 3 coming up. Samote Peppa, who missed last week's game, having a big game so far here today for Utah as we come up on 15 seconds to play here in the first quarter.
Really interesting plays there, almost like delayed runs. It almost felt like they had him tackled, but it was almost like it felt on purpose. He just stood there.
3rd down and 3. Play clock, game clock, they snap it. Finn runs the option to the outside. Pendergrass got some running room. He's out of bounds and knocked out of bounds at the 42, but a flag flies. And I think we're going to have somebody that may have turned upfield a little too quick that time. Let's see what the call is, but it's in the offensive backfield out wide.
The ball being snapped. Baylor takes their first charge time out of the half. 30 seconds in length.
Oh, really? That was, they snapped the ball literally as the game clock was hitting 0.
Clock operator, please reset the game clock to 1 second.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think it was going to be a hold, actually.
Was it?
On the edge, yeah.
Okay. That was a quick hold then, because that flag came out just as he was pitching the ball. So.
Well, it happened pretty quick, the action, but it just looked like, because he kind of threw it in the backfield a little bit. And I'm just speculating, Bill.
Hey, it's okay. Right. As long as you're not doing math, speculate away. Because I'm not really sure that Caleb Lohner was 1.5 feet taller than that corner.
Well, the corner was in his, athletic position, squat down. So he's lower to the ground. Caleb playing higher. All right. These quarterbacks got to learn how to throw a jump ball to these wide receivers. They got to figure it out.
1 second to play. Be the final play of the first quarter here, and 3rd down and 3 again. Reese stays in the backfield. They line up all those tight ends and now split some receivers out wide to the right-hand side. 3rd down and 3 for the Baylor 32. Utah shifting around up front. Going to run the option to the other side this time. Richard Reese trying to get the edge, and he's not going to get there. He will be dropped. Teo Johnson, Karenni Reed come up and make that tackle back at the 30-yard line. That'll be a loss of 2 and 4th down when we get back at the end of the first quarter here. We'll start the second quarter with 4th down and 5 coming here for the Baylor Bears. A great read by that Utah edge.
Yeah, it really was a great read. I guess we're going to break here.
Sure. I was going to let you talk, but we'll let you talk on the other. We'll let you talk. We'll talk on the other side.
I've got a lot to say, Bill.
I know you do.
Let's talk now. Let's talk later.
No, we'll talk later. Scott Mitchell over there. Hold your thought. Utah 17, Baylor nothing as we go to break. Our first quarter brought to you by Harley Davidson of Salt Lake City, proudly supporting the mighty Utah student section. From Rice Eccles Stadium at the Big O Tires broadcast booth, this is Utah football from ESPN 700 and the Ute Sports Radio Network.
Shaping a game plan for your family's health care involves more than just X's and O's. It's being there when you need them most or when you least expect it. As the trusted health care provider for the Utes family and yours, University of Utah Health has the right playbook for keeping your team healthy no matter what age or need. Get the same care the Utes rely on by visiting uofuhealth.org. That's uofuhealth.org.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today, you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard. Until the other team scores. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey, Ute fans, whether you're celebrating a big win or getting psyched for the next game, make the moment with Costa Vida. Drop by to grab some crunchy nachos, delicious shredded beef tacos, or a classic sweet pork burrito. And you'll definitely need chips and queso while your friends relive the highlights. Want to save on your next game day meal? Get $4 off your order when you download the Costa app. Then earn points towards a free meal every time you scan a receipt. Cheer on the Utes with Costa Vida.
Whether you're looking for a new car, truck, SUV, or luxury vehicle, Ken Garff has it all. With 23 dealerships along the Wasatch Front, 21 different makes, and thousands of used cars, there's a lot to choose from. But you only have to go to one place to see them all. That's KenGarff.com. That's right, browse every Ken Garff vehicle in one place. And while you're there, you can also sell your current car or schedule a service appointment. Whatever your vehicle needs are, just go to KenGarff.com. Ken Garff, we hear you.
You're listening to Utah Football, brought to you by Pepsi and Smith's on ESPN 700 and the Ute Sports Network.
Back at Rice Eccles Stadium, we'll begin the second quarter with a Palmer Williams punt. It'll be his 3rd of the afternoon. New punt return man back, though. Rayshawn Glover will stand at his own 21-yard line here on 4th down and 5. Baylor will punt from the north to the south, and the Williams punt is away. Low-line drive punt. This is returnable for Glover. He'll take it at the 20. Make one man miss. Get to the outside. Rayshawn Glover is tackled at about the 23, maybe 24-yard line. Caden Jenkins, the corner, playing special teams, made the stop for Baylor, and Utah will have it 1st and 10 to begin things at their own 23-yard line. First quarter numbers for you, Scott. Yikes. Utah 151 yards. Baylor minus 10.
Ouch.
Utah 89 through the air, 5 for Baylor. Minus 15 rushing for Baylor, 62 rushing for Utah. 8 first down for the Utes, 0 for Baylor. And, of course, the one turnover for the Baylor Bears led to that Utah touchdown in short yardage.
Yeah, just like you like to see it, really. And I'll tell you, that defense, Teo Johnson, had come to play today.
1st and 10, Utah, 73-yard field here for Cam. Make it 77-yard field here for Cam Rising, who operates under center, 5-man front for the Bears. Brings a motion man, Caldarella, handoff Mekhi Bernard. Mekhi's going to break to the outside, be stopped about 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 19-yard line. Not much going on the edge that time. And a good play by Kendrick Simpson coming up with the star linebacker spot to make the tackle.
Yeah, this is the thing that we haven't seen a lot of. Guys just come free. I mean, that linebacker out there, he's unaccounted for, and that's hard for Mekhi to just get that guy to miss and then really make something happen. That's a tough play right there.
Calling about 2nd down and 13 here as Utah leads it 17-0 here in the early second quarter. Rising under center again, Bernard again. 2 tights and 2 wides here for Utah. Baylor with 7, now 8 in the box. Turn and a give again to Bernard. He's going to run it to the outside. Mekhi's got the 25, got the 30, 35, got the 40, out to the edge, 45, and forced out of bounds at the Utah 47-yard line by Rara Dilworth. That's going to be a 27-yard dash for Mekhi Bernard, the first mile first down.
Yeah, you know, so much you're trying to figure out what blocking schemes work. You know, so much of it has just been that zone straight ahead stuff. They did a little counter here with the tackle pulling all the way across. Great seal off, just the tight ends, the tackle right there. Great alley for Mekhi to run to, and he just explodes outside. I'm telling you, Mekhi's run tough today.
He's run well. He's now over 50 yards rushing for Utah. Rising out of the gun on first down. Play action this time. Cam scans the field, looking down the middle. He's got a man open. That's going to be pass interference. Where's the flag? It's incomplete. The contact came way early on Keithy, and no flag that time. Was that Dallin Bentley instead? Yeah, it was. It was Dallin Bentley who was open down the field. The safety got there. There was a lot of contact early. He was there 2 seconds early.
Yeah, and you know, they're letting him play. They're letting him go. You know, he's kind of making a play on the ball more than the wide receiver. I mean, I'm just speculating here, but yeah, clearly should have been a penalty.
Well, you can make a play on the ball all you want, but you can't hammer the guy 2 seconds early. Goodness. 2nd down and 10 for the 46-yard line. Rising again, this time hands off to Mekhi Bernard, picks his way forward and picks up, we'll call it about 3 to midfield now. It'll be 3rd down and 7 coming up. Part of that that defense, Trey Wilson, defensive end, made the tackle. 3rd down and 7 coming up here for Utah.
Yeah, that last play of the pass, I wasn't trying to, say it was right. I was just trying to say maybe that's what the official saw,
Look at you defending the official.
Well, I wasn't
very
necessarily
anti-quarterback.
I wasn't defending him. I was just trying to, see the world from his perspective. That's all.
1 out of 3 on 3rd down of the Utes. They've got to get it to the Baylor 43-yard line. They'll put 2 receivers to the right-hand side, 2 tight ends and a wide receiver to the left-hand side, Rising by himself in the shotgun here. Baylor shifting around up front. Now they bring Mekhi Bernard back in the backfield. 3rd down and 7. Cam changing the play now with 10 on the play clock. He'll take the snap and backpedal. 4-man rush, lots of time, dumps it over and complete. Oh, man. He just got his running back, Mekhi Bernard, blown up. They'll give him, about a yard to the 49-yard line. That was, of all the decisions that could have been made there, that was not probably the one Mekhi Bernard wanted.
Well, not only that, but there's no one over here on the left side of the field. You had 3 wide receivers. They only had 2 defenders. Brant Keithy was sitting down here at the bottom of the field on the Baylor side. No one was on him, and Cam kind of threw into where everyone was.
He had lots of time to survey the field, too. Not much pressure there. 2nd time today, Jack Baumeister will come out to punt. Josh Cameron standing at his own 7-yard line. Lots of time for Jack. He's taking his time. High and end-over-end kick. It's going to reach the sideline and go into the end zone. Boy, that was all day long to punt, and he just kicked it too hard.
Yeah.
Touchback going to bring it out to the 20, and that's where Baylor will begin 1st and 10 when we get back. 11:41 to play here in the first half. 17-0. Utah leads the Baylor Bears. Our broadcast today being brought to you by the University of Utah Campus Store. Get all your team gear needs throughout the year with locations both on campus and in Sandy. Go Utes. Utah 17, Baylor nothing. From the Big O Tires broadcast booth, this is Utah football from the Utes Sports Radio Network and ESPN 700. In need of a bus charter for your next adventure? We'll look no further than the official team transportation provider for Utah Athletics. Holiday Motor Coach has a fleet of over 100 motor coaches servicing the Intermountain West, ranging in size from 24 to 56 passengers. Visit holidaymotorcoach.com. That's holidaymotorcoach.com and request your free online quote today.
Utes fans, traveling to the game's never been easier. Whether at home or on the road, our official travel platform, Utes Travel, a book seats experience, has you covered. Bundle your game tickets with flights and or hotels to save up to 30%. And the best part? Every booking directly supports our student athletes. Plan your next trip today at bookseats.com. That's bookseats.com. Utes Travel, a book seats experience.
The world's easiest way to pizza just got easier. The Little Caesars mobile app lets you customize your hot and ready order and use our new Pizza Portal pickup. Or pick it up at our drive-thru. Download the Little Caesars app today.
Pizza, pizza.
The easiest way to pizza just got easier. The Little Caesars mobile app lets you customize your hot and ready order and pick it up at our Pizza Portal. Your pizza, your way. Download the Little Caesars app today.
Pizza, pizza.
Pizza just goes better with Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Pizza. Thank you.
But don't take our word for it. In fact, don't take any words for it. Crispy and cheesy, paired with delicious and refreshing. My mouth is watering already. Ooh, too high. Yeah, we've all been there. Every bite is better with Pepsi.
You're listening to Utah Football, brought to you by Big O Tires and America First Credit Union on ESPN 700 and the Ute Sports Network.
Utah Football today being brought to you by Jersey Mike's. They're a sub above. Authentic ingredients make them a sub above. Bill Riley, Scott Mitchell, Stevenson, Sylvester. 17-0 Utah, 11:41 to play in the first half. Baylor's had 4 offensive possessions, Scott. 3 punts, all 3 and outs, and 1 fumble. Not much going right now for the Bears on offense.
No, and you would expect Quinn Finn to be more involved in the offense, to make more plays, and you just haven't seen a lot of that. Expect Baylor to try to do some of that here.
3 receivers in the pattern. Tailback Richard Reese in the backfield here with Daquan Finn. From their own 25-yard line, hand off to Reese, trying the left side, picks up 2 to the 27-yard line. Utah's Corrine Reed made the tackle on the play. I want to give a shout-out today. Normally listening in from stateside, Olathe, Kansas. Bill and Donna Riley listening in from Tuscany, Italy today, Scott. Not a bad life. Bill and Donna are leading their best life.
Well, what they did is they went and just enjoyed Tuscany, and now it's nighttime over there, and they're listening to the game. That's a smart move.
Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. 2nd down and 8 for the Baylor Bears from their own 27-yard line. Finn to pass, play action, wants the flanker screen. Now it's going to be a throwback, flags fly, and out of bounds at about the line of scrimmage goes Hal Presley. I thought they were going to make that a wide receiver pass. There's a flag down on that far side, too.
Sure had that feeling, but, man, that was just worldly to catch that ball. I mean, that was a high...
Threw that about 100 miles an hour.
And I'm surprised the receiver actually caught it.
Referees are discussing things with Kyle Whittingham over there. Does he want the play? It was no gain on the play, or back him up 5 yards. We'll see.
Yeah.
Here's our referee.
Illegal formation. Offense. There were more than 4 players lined up in the backfield. The penalty is declined. It's 3rd down.
3rd down at about 8. That's our referee, by the way, today. Tudashinda Salam, our Big 12 referee. And now here we go. Richard Reese stays in the ball game. Baylor Bears have nothing going 0 for 3 on 3rd down. They'll put 2 receivers on the left, 2 receivers on the right. Utah asking for some noise from the bus here on 3rd down. 4 at the line of scrimmage. They'll play behind it. They motion a tight end across the formation. Finn's going to roll to the right-hand side, look down the field. He's looking. He's going to throw it. It's incomplete. Trying to get that ball to his tight end, Michael Trigg, as he went out of bounds. Incomplete he goes. Utah defense does its job again, and the punt team comes back out again here for Baylor.
Yeah, you start to see Baylor, they have that trick play there. Quarterback scrambling out of the pocket. It almost feels a little bit like desperation in this, kind of going on. Maybe it's a little frustration by Baylor right now.
Rayshawn Glover back out for his 2nd punt today. Micah Pittman got the first 2. Palmer Williams with that big leg stand at his own 8-yard line. 10:34 to play before halftime. 17-0 Utah. 4th down and 8. Williams will get that kick away. Another rocket off that right foot. Going to drive Glover way back. It hits and checks up.
Get in the inside.
Inside the 5. Checks back up and will be killed at about the 2-yard line. How about that punt by Palmer Williams? Wow. 76 yards and no return, and Utah will have a 98-yard field when we get back. Today's broadcast being brought to you by our friends at H&E Equipment Services, proud to be the construction equipment partner of University of Utah Athletics. Give them a call at 877-700-RENT or visit them online at herentals.com. 10:22 to play here in the first half. All Utah right now. It's the Utes 17, the Baylor Bears nothing. And this is Utah football from ESPN 700 and the Utes Sports Radio Network.
Looking for a new car, truck, SUV, or luxury vehicle? Ken Garff has it all. With 23 dealerships along the Wasatch Front, 21 different makes, and thousands of used cars, there's a lot to choose from. But you only have to go to one place to see them all. That's KenGarff.com. That's right, browse every Ken Garff vehicle in one place. And while you're there, you can also sell your current car or schedule a service appointment. Whatever your vehicle needs are, just go to KenGarff.com. Ken Garff, we hear you.
Hey, Ute fans, whether you're celebrating a big win or getting psyched for the next game, make the moment with Costa Vida. Drop by to grab some crunchy nachos, delicious shredded beef tacos, or a classic sweet pork burrito. And you'll definitely need chips and queso while your friends relive the highlights. Want to save on your next game day meal? Get $4 off your order when you download the Costa app. Then earn points towards a free meal every time you scan a receipt. Cheer on the Utes with Costa Vida.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard. Until the other team scores. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Shaping a game plan for your family's health care involves more than just X's and O's. It's being there when you need them most or when you least expect it. As the trusted healthcare provider for the Utes family and yours, University of Utah Health has the right playbook for keeping your team healthy no matter what age or need. Get the same care the Utes rely on by visiting uofuhealth.org. That's uofuhealth.org.
You're listening to Utah Football, brought to you by Pepsi and Smith's on ESPN 700 and the Utes Sports Network.
They'll start from their own 2-yard line, but the story so far in this game has been the Utah defense. Downstairs to Sly. Sly, why have they been so good up front?
This defense is playing great. -8 yards of total offense for Baylor, but they're playing great because they're making DeQuan Finn extremely frustrated. He doesn't know what he's looking at. As we talked about in pregame, he doesn't do a good job of going all the way through his progressions, and when he tries to pull it down, there's a defender there, so we're making him very uncomfortable.
Calderella comes in motion. Mike Mitchell behind Cam Rising, who's under center on 1st and 10. Turn and give it to Mitchell, and he dives into the pile, spins off a tackle, and gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on 1st down for the 2-yard line for Utah. 2nd down and 10 coming up.
Well, Utah's got them right where they want them. You know, they want to be right here in this situation. I say throw the ball deep, play action.
I thought we might see that on 1st down.
Or, you know, bootleg is really good. Utah does a nice job of that. And Utah's run the ball well, you know, really setting up some of that play action pass right now.
Dip under 10 minutes to play here in the first half. 1st and 10 becomes 2nd and 10 for their own 2-yard line for Utah. Mitchell stays in the ball game. 3 tight ends, 2 wide receivers for Utah as Cam operates under center. 4-man front for Baylor. And it is a handoff. Mitchell again through the hole beyond the 5 and out to about the 7-yard line. Good gain that time. 5 yards for Mike Mitchell. That'll set up the 3rd down and 5. And Caden Jenkins, who just checked into the ball game for Baylor, made the tackle.
Yeah, sometimes when you bring everyone up to the line of scrimmage, you pop through there and find a crease, you can get a big play. It looks like Mitchell might have hurt himself, though.
Yeah, he hit the turf pretty hard. He popped through that hole, and he may have landed on his shoulder. Checking him out down there on the field right now. I don't know that we're going to go to timeout yet. Both teams kind of heading to the sidelines as the training staff checks some things out.
Timeout on the field for a player injured.
I guess there will be a timeout on the field. 9:27 to play here in the first half. Utah 17, the Baylor Bears nothing. Broadcast today brought to you by Minky Couture. Football season will become blanket season soon, so pick up at Minky Couture blankets at their 6 locations or online, Minky Couture. This is Utah football from ESPN 700 and the Utes Sports Radio Network.
Hey,
Utes fans, Bill Riley, voice of the Utes here. We hear this echoing throughout Rice-Eccles Stadium every home game. It's so true, and it's Chipman Roofing that will protect your house. It's the only team I trust to keep a strong roof over my head, and so should you. With fall right around the corner, now is the time to look up. Inspect your roof and see if it needs fixing. Whether it's a new roof, damaged shingles that need replacing, soffit, or fascia, Chipman Roofing has your back. Do me and do yourself a favor and get a free quote today. ChipmanRoofing.com. That's ChipmanRoofing.com for Braden Chipman and Chipman Roofing. ESPN 700 and Sound Warehouse have been Ute fans for over 45 years, and chances are you scored your first car stereo system from Sound Warehouse. Kids are going back to school, the weather is cooling down, and football is here. Rock your car, rock your Harley, rock your side-by-side, rock your Jeep, amp up that bass in your factory car stereo system. Lifetime installation, labor warranty, and no credit leasing. Salt Lake, Ogden, and Orem. Or visit them online at soundwarehouse.com. The Warehouse, Sound Warehouse.
I give Siegfried and Jensen 5 stars. They've been amazing to work with. My name is DJ. I was seriously injured in a car accident. I called Siegfried and Jensen because the insurance company was trying to take advantage of me. They were great at just making sure that I was taken care of and getting all the treatment that I truly needed. These insurance companies are not trying to help you at all, so you need somebody to fight for you.
Here for you whenever and wherever you need us. Call Siegfried and Jensen.
The insurance company didn't have my back, but Siegfried and Jensen did.
Dear Truckin' Awesome. Want more horsepower in the stable? The Tundra iForce Max is all the truck you need with its electrifying twin-turbo V6 and instantaneous torque. Saddle up the Tacoma TRD Pro and tame trails with the 4Runner when nature plays tough. Yes, sir. Toyota trucks. Toyota. Let's go places.
Visit your Utah Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
Football brought to you by Big O Tires and America First Credit Union on ESPN 700 and the Ute Sports Network.
Back at Rice-Eccles, 17-0 Utah. They face a 3rd and 5 in their own 7-yard line. Mike Mitchell was helped to the sideline by some teammates, and he's being checked out now on the training table. Utah faces a 3rd down and 5. They're only 1 out of 4 on 3rd down so far here this afternoon. Mekhi Bernard in the ball game. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Baylor has not gotten a great deal of pressure on Cam Rising. The rush 4 right here. Cam operates out of the gun. Now he's going to change the play. Play clock at 15. Rising will take the snap, back pedal to his goal line. Look and look and look and look and survey. Step up away, and he's going to be sacked. Cam held it too long, made the decision to run. Good coverage in the secondary by Baylor, and it was Randolph and Mae up front that got the sack, and Utah's going to have to punt again. So it's been kind of an uneven day on offense today so far for Utah.
It really has, and the 3rd down, like I said before, is so important, and Cam usually is really good at this. He's got to feel where his relief valve is, and that's Mekhi Bernard. He was wide open right there. Everyone's bailing out, and just check it down to him. He's going to get the 1st down.
Live to play another day. Baumeister punting for the back of his end zone, gets a good one away. Oh, man. Backpedaling to get it is Josh Cameron at his own 35. Cameron up the field, 45-50, 45 and down at the Utah 45-yard line he goes. It was a 20-yard punt return, 19, maybe 20-yard punt return by Cameron, and Baylor set up in good field position for the first time today. Baumeister hit it 61 yards, but Cameron brought it back almost 20. Baylor's got it 1st and 10 now at the Utah 45-yard line. Maybe this is something that sparks that Baylor offense because they've been ice cold so far here today.
Yeah, and this will be a good test for Utah. Positive field position here. How do you hold a team? Short, 3 and out by the offense.
8:24 to play here in the first half. 1st and 10 Baylor. Their first trip into Utah's side of the field so far here today. DeQuan Finn in the shotgun. Pendergrass next to him. 3 receivers on the right-hand side. Now they bring a tight end in motion. Delayed handoff. Pendergrass into the hole. Pushes the pile and picks up 5 to the 40-yard line. Good hard running that time by the sophomore Dawson Pendergrass. And Samote Peppa led the charge on the tackle that time for Utah.
Interesting, you're down by 17, and Baylor's still trying to run the football here, and they got a nice surge on that play.
2nd down and 5. DeQuan Finn operates out of the shotgun. Again, tight end in motion. And again, a delayed handoff. Pendergrass has it. He bounces off one tackler, now another, and picks up 4 to the Utah 36. He'll be a yard shy of 1st down yardage. 3rd down and short. I'm going to guess 4 down territory here for the Bears.
Almost looks like a wedge return. They just stuff everyone in the middle of the field and just try to run.
Quick snap this time. Baylor, and Finn keeps it on the edge. Run pass option. Ball dropped by Baldwin. Montre Baldwin had it on the run pass option, and he dropped it. That'll bring up 4th down and 1 here for Baylor. They're 0 for 5 now on 3rd down today.
Yeah, that was great execution by Utah there. That's a hard thing, that RPO, because all the quarterback's doing is just reading the defense, and everyone has to do their job, and they all did it right there to perfection.
Here we go, 4th down and 1 from the Utah 36. Getting loud in the muss. Finn out of the shotgun. Pendergrass next to him. They're going to bring everybody in tight now. Finn claps his hands, takes the snap, holds it, hands it. Pendergrass has 1st down yardage just beyond the 35, down to the 33-yard line. And Baylor keeps the drive alive, 1st down.
Yeah, and that's what it's hard to describe this play. It's like they just stuff everyone to the inside. They bring a guy in motion and let's just wedge run it.
Going with some tempo now. They're going to play action on 1st down. Finn looking down the field, throwing down the field. He's got a man open, but overshot him by about 12 yards. He was trying to get that ball to Kentron Jackson. Good coverage by Teo Johnson. 2nd down coming up. 7:10 to play here in the first half.
That was great coverage, because that's kind of that fake quick screen, and then you have everyone run down the field. Utah had covered it perfectly.
For the first time today, Dominic Richardson, Oklahoma State transfer, checks into the ball game. 2nd down and 10, Baylor from the Utah 33. Finn out of the shotgun. Toss sweep left side. It's going to be Richardson, and he's upended. Nice tackle in the open field by Kareni Reed after a gain of about 3 to the 30-yard line. 3rd down coming up here. We'll call it 3rd down and about 7.
That quick pitch out of the shotgun has been a hard thing for defenses, because it gives you that leverage early, and Utah maintained leverage. Kareni Reed, great job, open field tackle right there.
Baylor Bears 0 for 5 on 3rd down today. They've got to get to the Utah 23. Finn out of the gun. Whispers something to his tailback Richardson. Brings Baldwin in motion. Hands it to Baldwin on the edge, now keeps it himself. And Finn gets to the 27-yard line. He'll be well shy, about 4 yards shy of the 1st down. And we'll see if they keep the offense on the field. They will. The offense stays out. Pendergrass comes back in on 4th down and almost 4 yards to go.
Yeah, interesting call here. You know, maybe your kicker's not very good. Whatever. Trying to change some momentum here. Get something established.
Watch the tight end leaking out on the right side here. 3 pass catchers on the left. Now they bring a tight end in motion. That's Michael Trigg. Daquan Finn surveys the defense, takes the snap, flags fly, and what do we have? Likely against Baylor, some movement up front.
This might change things now.
False start. Number 74. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Caden Saraki, backup right tackle, called for it. And now they may bring the kicker out. We'll see. Yep. Nope. Is it going to be the kicker or the punter? Nope, it's going to be Isaiah Hankins. Holder is the punter, Palmer Williams. So they're both out there. And this is going to be about a 50-yard attempt. Right up the middle. He missed 2 a year ago against Utah. His only field goal attempt this year, a 39-yarder he made. Snap is down. The kick is away. It's blocked. It's blocked, and now will be returned by the University of Utah. Teo Johnson has it. Teo Johnson at the 40, at the 50. They're not going to get him. 20-10-5. Touchdown. Touchdown. Teo Johnson. 75 yards and into the red of the north end zone for a Utah touchdown.
Yeah, when it's not your day, it's not your day. Great job getting penetration, getting up on that, making a block, and then Teo Johnson's having a day, folks. He's done an excellent job in the secondary, covering and making tackles. And what a great presence too by this kick block team to realize what's happening and make great blocks. Usually kick teams aren't very good because you got all the big fat guys in, right? So if you can get the ball, those guys aren't going to go tackle someone. And you saw that again. Oh, shoot. Oh.
And now we've got a mishandled snap. Oh, no, Baumeister. Jack Baumeister's fumbled the snap, and now he finally tackles the Baylor player up at the 40-yard line. That was almost returned for 2 points the other way. Well, the first mistake of the day today by the Utah special teams. Comes after a great special teams play the other way. The PAT no good. The touchdown was good. That was a Pepsi touchdown by Teo Johnson, so it's 23-0 Utah. with 5:21 to play here in the first half.
I got to tell you, Caleb Lohner, he didn't block it. There was another guy that did, but Caleb Lohner, my goodness, he was like a big giant tree when he jumped off the ground. He's going to be a problem for people this year on those kicks.
I think it was Logan Fano that got his hand up to block it. Yeah,
and Caleb was right next to him and jumped through the ceiling.
By the way, the best part of this is the touchdown, the high five between Zamiah Vaughn and Logan and Mateo Johnson at the 5-yard line. I love that.
That is awesome.
How great is that?
Mateo Johnson, he's a player, folks.
Does a little bit of everything. One of the fastest players on this Utah team, and you saw it. He got that sideline. They weren't going to get him. 23-0 Utah. They'll kick it off here. Wow. After the 75-yard block field goal return for a touchdown. Jamal Bell, the former Nevada return man, back deep to receive it here for the Baylor Bears. Right-footed kick by Cole Becker, high and hanging. They're going to let this one hit midway in the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And DeQuan Finn and the Baylor offense, which has done absolutely nothing so far here today, will get it back at their own 25.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're Baylor, going for it on 4th down and then getting the penalty and then getting the block kick and think you're getting some kind of something out of it some points, and it turns out 7 for the other team or 6 in this case. And now what do? You're down 23-0. Are they going to continue to try to run the ball? Because the only run they have is that kind of wedge formation. They just run it up the middle for 2 or 3
Got
yards.
a stat for you here. Baylor's run 20 plays. They've got 10 total yards, 5 rushing, 5 passing. 1st and 10 for the 25. Richard Reese has it, dances. He's stopped immediately. Lander Barton up from his linebacker spot to make the tackle. No gain on 1st down for the Baylor Bears, and that's just kind of how things have gone so far here in the first half for Baylor.
Yeah, you watch these lines, and it tells you a lot about who's going to win the football game, and it's just been dominated both on the offensive and defensive line for Utah.
Richard Reese stays in the ball game, motions back into the backfield. Utah crowding the line of scrimmage now. DeQuan Finn rolls to his left, looks to throw down the field, pressure in his face, lobs one up, has a man deep up there, and it's incomplete. Flags fly, and that'll be pass interference on Utah. Hal Presley was the intended receiver. That ball was in the air for like 10 minutes, and Utah never found the ball, and it'll be pass interference on the Utes.
Pass interference, number 15, defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
What were you saying about Teo Johnson?
Well, he's everywhere doing everything. I mean, you got to have a complete game if you're not going to. And he really, actually, I guess it was Teo, but plenty of time for him to get back there and kind of see what happens. The ball's actually short, which kind of makes it a tougher play for him. But
1st and 10, Baylor out at their own 40-yard line. Option play, right side, speed option, pitch back to the tailback, and belted out of bounds is Jamal Bell after a gain of a yard to the 41-yard line. They've tried that speed option both left and right, not had great success with it so far. 2nd down and 9 coming up.
No, great play by Sione Fotu there, too. Just they strung it out, and Utah's got speed on the edge. Baylor's not going to outrun Utah.
2nd down and 9 for the 41. Finn in the shotgun, Richard Reese next to him. 3 receivers on the left-hand side here for the Bears. Now they move one inside. That's the tight end, Michael Trigg. Outside, now inside, the handoff goes. And again, just not much running room inside for Richard Reese. He picks up maybe a yard and a half. 3rd down and long coming up.
Yeah, it's just really interesting, though. You just see still a lot of runs. There's not a willingness. I don't know if they feel confident that they can throw the ball against this Utah secondary, because they haven't really challenged the secondary throwing the ball at all down the field.
They are 0 for 6 on 3rd down. Dawson Pendergrass, tailback, tough yardage guy, checks in the ball game. 3rd down and 7 from the Baylor 43. Utah with a 4-man down front. Finn in the gun. Calls for the snap, takes the snap, keeps the snap. He'll run for it and be stopped 3 yards short. Out to the 47-yard line he goes. Quarterback keeper. Good stop on the play by the Utah defense. And now 4th down coming up. Are they going to go for it here?
Well, I mean, what do we have to lose? It's a non-conference game. It's like they're trying to build something here and some toughness, trying to get some offense going.
4th down and 3. Last time they had a 4th down, they got backed up with a penalty. Got to get to midfield for the 1st down. Finn out of the gun. Pendergrass next to him. Trips in a bunch formation to the left-hand side. Finn backpedals to pass. Surveys, throws outside. Incomplete. Ooh. I mean, he was nowhere near anybody. except for Cameron Calhoun.
Yeah.
Redshirt freshman out of Michigan who nearly came up with an interception. Utah will get it now, 1st and 10 with 2:52 to play in the half for the Baylor 47.
Yeah, Cameron almost catches that pass right there, but this is what we talked about in the pregame. Make the quarterback beat you from inside the pocket. You know, there was plenty of time there, plenty of guys open. Makes a very, very poor decision throwing the ball. And
he's 1 for 7, Scott, for 5 yards.
Yeah, Utah's done just a great job of containing him in the pocket. This is where you take the shot, Bill, right here.
Okay.
Plus 50, 1st and 10, play action, take a big shot down the field.
You've got Singer in the ball game. You've got Parks in the ball game. You got Mekhi Bernard in the ball game. We'll see if they may take a shot here. Rand Keithy also in the ball game, as is Carson Ryan. 1st and 10, Utah for the Baylor 47, leading 23-0. 2:52 to play here in the first half. Rising, will take a shot. Looking. Cam's going to throw it down the middle of the field. Caught by Carson Ryan. The former American Fork caveman and UCLA transfer makes his first catch of the year. Actually, they're going to say incomplete.
Oh, wow.
That ball skipped to him, I guess.
Yeah, it was Cam just kind of had the line. Yeah.
Nope, it hit his hands and he dropped it. It was a little bit behind him, but that's a catchable ball.
Yeah, and Cam kind of got caught up in that lineman making that throw. He should have seen it sooner. It was a late throw, late decision by Cam.
So 2nd down and 10 here for the 47 of Baylor. 2:45 to play before halftime. Rising in the shotgun. Charlie Vincent in the ball game today. 4 wide receivers now. Hand off Charlie straight ahead into the hole and down to the 41-yard line goes Charlie Vincent. The pride of East High School, the former Leopard. Picks up 7 yards, make it 6 yards, so 3rd down and about 4 coming up.
Yeah, you put those safeties deep. They have 2 safeties deep, and you're just a guy short there, and so Charlie should get a nice gain, which he did.
Very strange that Utah's just 1 for 5 on 3rd down here in the first half.
No,
it doesn't feel that way.
No,
but
it doesn't. And Cam has just been so good on 3rd downs throughout his career, and today's not been his best so far.
Vincent stays in the ball game for Utah. 2 tights and 2 wides. Baylor crowds the line of scrimmage on 3rd down and 4. Rising now going to change the play with 3 on the play clock. Cam under center turns and gives it to Charlie Vincent again. Charlie into the hole, keeps his footing and rolls to the 36 for a 5-yard gain and a first down. Good hard running that time.
This is the 2-minute timeout.
And Keaton Thomas made the tackle for Baylor, and we've hit I guess they're not letting us call it the 2-minute warning, but it's the 2-minute stoppage.
Was that copyrighted or something?
I don't know. They said don't say that. Whatever. It's 2 minutes to play in the first half. Timeout on the field. Utah driving on Baylor, leading 23-0. And this is Utah football from ESPN 700 and the Ute Sports Radio Network. In need of a bus charter for your next adventure? We'll look no further than the official team transportation provider for Utah Athletics. Holiday Motor Coach has a fleet of over 100 motor coaches servicing the Intermountain West, ranging in size from 24 to 56 passengers. Visit holidaymotorcoach.com. That's holidaymotorcoach.com and request your free online quote today. Utes fans, traveling to the game's never been easier. Whether at home or on the road, our official travel platform, Utes Travel, a book seats experience, has you covered. Bundle your game tickets with flights and or hotels to save up to 30%. And the best part? Every booking directly supports our student athletes. Plan your next trip today at bookseats.com. That's bookseats.com. Utes Travel, a book seats experience.
The world's easiest way to pizza just got easier. The Little Caesars mobile app lets you customize your hot and ready order and use our new Pizza Portal pickup. Or pick it up at our drive-thru. Download the Little Caesars app today.
Pizza.
The easiest way to pizza just got easier. The Little Caesars mobile app lets you customize your hot and ready order and pick it up at our Pizza Portal. Your pizza, your way. Download the Little Caesars app today.
Pizza.
Pizza just goes better with Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Pizza. Thank you.
But don't take our word for it. In fact, don't take any words for it. Crispy and cheesy, paired with delicious and refreshing. My mouth is watering already. Ooh, too high. Yeah, we've all been there. every bite is better with Pepsi.
This is where the Utes live on game day and every day. KALL North Salt Lake, KXRK HD3, ESPN 700 and 92.1 FM. You're listening to Utah Football, brought to you by Key Bank on ESPN 700 and the Utes Sports Network.
10:55 to play here before halftime. 23-0 Utah driving on Baylor at the Baylor 36, 1st and 10. First half today being brought to you by the U of U campus store and by our friends at Pepsi and Smith's. After a good first quarter, Scott, Cam's only 1 for 3 for 3 yards here in the second quarter.
Yeah, it's been a slow quarter for the offense, but certainly not the defense.
Glover in the backfield. Stanley flexes out to the right-hand side. 1st and 10 for the Baylor 36. Rising to pass. He'll roll out to his left-hand side and look down the field. Cam on the run. He's going to run out of bounds. Oh, man. And he's hit into the coolers. He is driven into the coolers. There's not a flag. He was hit so far out of bounds and no flag flies. I don't know how that's not a late hit, Scott. They drove him into the bench and into the coolers. He was well out of bounds.
Not going to defend the officials here, but the guy did engage him before he went out of bounds.
The ruling on the field is that the quarterback stepped out of bounds prior to throwing the pass. It's second down.
Now, the extra push once he was out of bounds might be a different story. Like right there.
Right there. Yeah. Wow. So it's going to be, if there's not a penalty here. Baylor's down there trying to influence the officials. Cam tried to throw that ball away before he was pushed out of bounds. It's going to be a loss.
Yeah, he hurt his hand, too.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Looking at it anyways.
And then now they've thrown a flag.
Flag might be...
I mean, intentional grounding.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's not a flag on Baylor. That's an intentional grounding call on Cam Rising. So Utah's going to lose the down and be backed up. Wow. Cam Rising went into the medical tent.
Yeah, he might have cut his hand or something on one of those trunks on the sideline. Those are metal.
He got shoved into the trunks, into the coolers, into the Gatorade, all of that stuff. Isaac Wilson's going to come in the game here for Utah. On 2nd and 17 for the Baylor 43-yard line. That was a worst-case scenario all the way around for Utah. They lose 7 yards and the down, and they're starting quarterbacks in the red medical tent. So a big spot here for the true freshman Isaac Wilson, who had good moments last week in his debut.
Of an incomplete forward pass is under further review.
Are they going to review it? This is good because it'll help with Cam and what's going on with him.
Well, I don't think we're going to see Cam again this half. I think they're going to tend to whatever that injury is with his hand and let Isaac Wilson finish this half, Scott. I really do.
Yeah,
they're reviewing to see if it's an incomplete pass. The question is, did he get it back to the original line of scrimmage, even if he threw it out of bounds?
I think it was close because he wasn't really that far beyond the line of scrimmage as it was. It's just a question of, was he actually in bounds when he threw the ball?
Well, Sly may now have a first question for Kyle Whittingham coming off the field here. Cam, it looks like, is coming out of the medical tent.
And he's headed to the locker room.
He's got a towel on his right hand. And he doesn't have his helmet. One of the staff has his helmet right now.
After review, the passer was in bounds when he threw the pass. However, the pass went beyond the line of scrimmage, so there is no foul for intentional grounding. The ball will be returned to the previous spot. It's second down.
Rising again with a towel in his right hand, walking under his own power, but heading to the locker room right now. So Isaac Wilson will finish this half for Utah with 1:47 to play. It'll be second down 10 from the 36-yard line of the Baylor Bears.
Yeah, but these are those situations where you got to learn to live to play for another down, right? I mean, you're in positive field goal position here. You're not far from getting a field goal. You got 2 minutes to go. You got 2 downs to convert. And why make it so hard? Just throw the ball out of bounds earlier. It was a bad play to begin with. Just live for the next down. And he just sometimes tries just a little too hard.
So Isaac Wilson, spotlight's on him now. 1st and 10 for the Baylor, or 2nd and 10 for the Baylor 36-yard line. Dijon Stanley in the backfield. 2 tights and 2 wides here for Utah. On 2nd and 10, they're going to hand the ball off to Dijon Stanley, who's across the 35 to the 33. Flag flies in late. We may have a hold on Utah.
I got holding number 68.
Yep.
Holding number 68, offense. 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Aaron Kump gets it that time, and this has been a less than ideal finish to the first half here for Utah. They're in control of this game, but they are not doing exactly what you want to do to close out a half.
Yeah, that's not a very good call either. Just to replay, Jaron really didn't impede or affect the guy at all, and a very late flag from the action too.
2nd down and 20. They'll back it up to the Baylor 47-yard line. Isaac Wilson operating out of the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Baylor showing pressure off the edge. Now they back away, 4-man rush. Wilson looking, throwing, firing outside, caught and dropped. Had Money Parks at about the 34. In and out of his hands. 3rd down and 20 coming up. Lorando Johnson had the coverage out there for Baylor.
Yeah, that's a strong throw right there. I mean, great coverage though on the play, but right on the money, with a lot of zip on the ball. That's a confident throw.
So what do you do here? Do you go for the full 20? Do you try and get yourself in field goal range, try to pick up 10, 12 yards here? What do you look at, Scott?
I think you don't put your young quarterback in a tough situation here. Get into halftime and just kind of play this thing out.
Utah 2 out of 6 on 3rd down. 3rd down and 20. Baylor showing pressure. Here they come off the edge. Wilson looking, throwing up the sideline. Singer held. That's going to be pass interference. And Utah's going to get a 1st down. Caden Jenkins was all over Dorian Singer up the sideline. If he doesn't hold him, that might be a big play. Instead, it's going to be a 1st down for Utah.
Pass interference, number 8, defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
That's weird too, because they're in a 2-deep coverage, and there's no reason why these defensive backs should be holding right here, but they are.
Well, thank goodness he did. 1st and 10, Utah at the Baylor 31 with 1:19 to play. Utah's got all 3 timeouts, so they can run anything they want to do right here. They can run it, they can throw a short game, they can go to the end zone. They've got the whole field at their disposal here.
I'm not sure that was a catchable ball. I think we got a little help there from the official. But, nonetheless, we'll take it.
3 pass catchers on the right-hand side, 1 split wide to the left. That's Dorian Singer. Wilson out of the shotgun, back pedals to pass, flags fly, and Utah took a timeout. Oh, man. Kyle Whittingham took the timeout.
All right. Well,
prior to the ball being snapped, Utah takes their first charge timeout of the half. 30 seconds in length.
One thing you're seeing here, Bill, is that they're not being bashful about Isaac Wilson. I mean, it's not like, let's pull this thing tight and run the ball and end the half. They're trying to score.
Well, they trust him. They know he can sling it.
This is a true freshman too, and that's a heck of a deal. That says a lot about how they feel about him and this whole situation. Again, it's so valuable for a young guy like this to get these reps early on in the season, and it just makes him a better player later on. And you don't want to see him in here right now, but I got to say I'm pleasantly pleased that they're not holding back with Isaac Wilson.
Our first half of Utah football being brought to you by CR England, committed to fighting childhood hunger. They fed nearly 12 million children since 2018. Text Feed Utah Kids today to 41444 to join the fight. Out of the timeout, Utah's got it 1st and 10 at the Baylor 31-yard line. Bernard in the backfield. Man in motion across the formation. Sets himself up. That's Landon King. Lots of time for Isaac Wilson. Going to look to scramble. Isaac steps up, gets to the 30, and down he goes after a gain of 1. Keaton Thomas made the tackle that time. He bailed out pretty quick that time, Scott.
Yeah, he did. I mean, just if you step up in the pocket, you don't have to run out of the pocket and let guys get open. There's man coverage. But still a positive play for Isaac Wilson. Don't turn the ball over here in this situation.
53, 52, 51 clock running. 2nd down and 9 for Utah for the 30-yard line. Snap back. Wilson looking to throw. Throws in the flat. Zips it out. Caught there. Still on his feet. Making a play. Now the ball comes out. Does Baylor have it, or was he down? He was down. That was Dallin Bentley, the tight end.
The runner was down prior to the ball coming loose. Utah takes their second charge time out of the half.
Bentley tried to get extra yardage. Knee went down, then the ball came out. Utah takes the timeout, stops the clock with 38 seconds to play. 3rd down and 6 coming up from the Baylor, roughly the Baylor 27-yard line. I'll tell you what, they haven't gained a lot of yardage, But the one thing you can tell with Isaac Wilson, that ball gets out quick, and it's got some zip on it.
No, and that's the thing right now that I've been impressed with. Even that throw right there. I mean, it's second down, and he makes a quick decision. That whole money in the bank theory, and it really works. And it keeps you in positive, moving forward direction here. Now Utah's in field goal range, so take a clear shot here. You don't have it. Don't do anything stupid right here, and you go away with points. And this is good management of this quarter because of Baylor getting the ball in the second half.
Our first half of Utah football brought to you by Slackwater Pizzeria, downtown Salt Lake City, and by Pepsi and Smith's. 3rd down and 6. Utah has 1 timeout remaining. Isaac Wilson in the shotgun. Twins left and right for Utah. Baylor showing some pressure here that comes off the edge. Isaac throwing over the middle and incomplete. Goodness. He had Micah Pittman running free and missed him by about 3 yards. Incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down, and the kicking team will come out. Was the ball tipped? Okay. Spataford, that explains why he missed him by so much. The ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. But he read it right, and just got to make that play. Those linemen, man, you got to engage those guys when you're throwing those short passes so they can't jump up in the air.
All right, here we go. Cole Becker will attempt his second field goal of the day, 45 yards from the right hash. Out of the hold of Jack Baumeister. Good snap, good hold. Becker's kick is away. It's high, it's end over end, and it's no good. What a disastrous end of the half here for Utah. You lose your starting quarterback, and you miss a field goal to end the half. Baylor will have it with 29 seconds to play before halftime.
Yeah, and sometimes the feel of the ball when that kicker kicks it, it's not a confident kick. It's like he just missed it. And, but a good job by Isaac Wilson getting you in a position there to make, to have that field goal.
Well, Utah will have some things to talk over at halftime. One is the status of their quarterback, but 2, it's been, after a really good start, Scott, a really inconsistent offensive half for the Utes.
Yeah, those are things you got to kind of figure out as a team where sometimes it's harder to stay, focused when you get an early lead and like Utah did. And you just have to keep that momentum whether you're winning or losing.
All right, 29 seconds to play in the half. Finn out of the shotgun. He juggles that snap, rolls to his right, looks down the field, avoids the rush, trying to get to the outside. Still scrambling up the field. He'll get the 34-yard line and out of bounds, chased out there by Lander Barton. And a gain of 7 on first down. That was just a scramble play. 20 seconds to play before halftime.
Yeah, Connor O'Toole, he just barely misses him here. He gets around the edge and just should have had a sack right there. Oh, he just barely missed, and good read by Finn to get out of there.
2nd down and 3. Finn to pass again. Again, lots of time throwing down the field. Has a man open, complete at the Utah 48. Hal Presley made the catch. Just the second completion of the day for Daquan Finn, but they're in Utah territory with 14 seconds to play before halftime. There are 2 timeouts remaining for Baylor. They're not too far from field goal range.
No, they're not. This is the best Baylor's looked all half.
Again, out of the shotgun, Finn backpedals to pass, throws to the outside again, has his tight end Trigg in the flat, catches and gets out of bounds at the Utah 42 for a gain of about 6. 9 seconds to play before halftime. I'd say they probably need another 7 to 10 yards to get into field goal range.
Yeah, and you get a quarterback who holds the ball sometimes, you may run out of plays in the half if he scrambles around and tries to make a big play here.
From the Utah 42, 2nd down and 4. Daquan Finn and Pendergrass in the shotgun. Utah will rush 4. Finn backpedals, throws in the middle, caught and dropped. And flags fly. We may have a target here on Utah. Flags came out almost immediately. And the Baylor player is down at the Utah 36-yard line. I mean, I think it was Alakai Gilman who hit him, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
and we may have a target. Again, hard to say in real time. The Baylor training staff coming out to tend to the player right now, but that was a pretty hard hit.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. Personal foul. Targeting number 11, defense. The previous play is under review.
Well, I'll just say what I said a minute ago. It's a lousy end to the first half here for Utah.
And it's just kind of tough because I don't know they ducked his head down or anything. It's just kind of the play. The quarterback threw it in a tight position. He's just coming back to make a play. It doesn't look like he really leads that much with his head or anything. It's just the action of the play. I mean, we saw it in an earlier play
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Never mind.
Yep, we just saw it on the big board.
Yeah, it's like right there.
Yep.
Yep, launched and head to head.
Alakai Gilman is going to be disqualified today.
Yeah.
And the Baylor Bears will attempt a field goal here, which will be about 44
After
yards.
review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. Number 11 has been disqualified. The penalty is 15 yards from the previous spot and an automatic first down.
4 seconds remain. And Isaiah Hankins will come out to attempt a 44-yard field goal. He missed from 44 against Utah a year ago in Waco. He's hit from 39. His last kick was blocked and returned for a touchdown. His punter, Palmer Williams, will hold from the left hash. 4 seconds remain. Snap is down. The kick is away. It's a line drive kick up and good. Oh, that one would have been good from 64 yards. He drilled it. And on the final play of the first half, the Baylor Bears are on the board. They go to the locker room with the University of Utah. And our score 23-3 Utah. We're going to hear from head coach Kyle Whittingham. Maybe Sly can get an update on Cam Rising and what the injury to Cam was as they go to the locker room. He'll talk to TV first, but again, not a great end to the first half for the University of Utah, Scott.
No, it wasn't. You hate to see Cam go out of the game. You hate to see kind of what happened there with the defense.
Let's go down to Sly.
Okay.
Hey, Coach, the offense started off great. 23 points in the first half. What happened in the second quarter?
Yeah, we got bogged down a little bit, left some points out there. We botched the snap on a PAT, missed a very makeable field goal. We just didn't capitalize on things later in the half like we did earlier in the half.
This has been a great job on DeQuan Finn here in this first half. What have you guys done to control him?
Yeah, we're trying to take away the run game and force him to throw. That's what we're trying to do. It's so far so good.
Thanks, Coach.
Sly and Coach, thank you. That sideline report, coach interview brought to you by the good folks at Ken Garf. Halftime here at Rice Eccles Stadium. It's Utah 23 and the Baylor Bears 3. And everyone will wonder, what's the status of Cam Rising? We'll see what we can find at halftime. The halftime show coming up next. This is Utah football from ESPN 700 and the Ute Sports Radio Network.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard. Until the other team scores. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Smith's for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices. Plus, extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with points. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Smith's, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
UFirst Credit Union is on your team, helping you score big in your pursuit of a college education. Each year, we hand off $20,000 in cash scholarships to Utah students, helping you reach the end zone. To qualify, all you need are two things: be an enrolled student and a member of UFirst. It's a winning play. Learn more about how you could score thousands in scholarship cash at ufirstcu.com or visit a branch. UFirst Credit Union, supporting Utah students for 68 seasons strong.
U of U football is a big event, and Diamond Event and Tent is proud to be a sponsor. Whether it's an intimate gathering of 10 or a large event of 1,000 people or more, Diamond Event and Tent has the tables, chairs, linens, glassware, flatware, tents, and more to make your event memorable. Diamond's helpful, knowledgeable staff is ready to assist you in making your special day a success. Visit their website, diamondevent.com, for planning guides and information. Go Utes!
The first half is over. Now it's time to talk about it. This is a Utes Game Day halftime show. Now with breakdowns and analysis of the first half, here's Scott Mitchell and the voice of the Utes, Bill Riley.
Halftime here at Rice Eccles Stadium, and welcome into the American First Credit Union halftime show. Bill Riley, Scott Mitchell with you, and everybody holding their breath right now here at Rice Eccles Stadium because Utah quarterback Cam Rising took a hit on the sidelines, was driven into the Baylor bench, into the coolers, into the dressing room stuff down on the sideline. and then went to the locker room with a towel over his throwing hand, Scott. We don't know what the status is. We aren't going to speculate on the status right now, but it didn't look good with him walking off the field, certainly without his helmet, with that towel on his right hand.
No, clearly there's something that's gone wrong. It's on his throwing hand. I hate to beat a dead horse here, but man, it's 1st and 10. You know, just step the ball. You're in scoring position. Just step back on that, throw the ball out of bounds, and go to second down, as opposed to going in the medical tent. And some of those lessons are hard to learn. You know, we'll see where Isaac Wilson goes in the second half. But there's a lot of football players, a lot of people that can rally around what's happening here. If Cam doesn't come back, defense is playing very well. You know, you gotta regroup here at halftime and come out and finish this game in the second half.
Well, first half numbers before he got hurt, Cam Rising was 8 of 14 for 92 yards and 2 touchdowns. Mekhi Bernard, 8 carries, 44 yards. Cam Rising, the 2 rushes for 21 yards in the first half. Isaac Wilson went 1 for 3 for 3 yards before halftime. Dorian Singer, 3 grabs, 12 yards. Money Parks, 2 catches, 63 yards for Utah. On the other side, Daquan Finn, tough first half, 3 of 9 for 29 yards. The total yardage in the first half, Utah had 197 yards, Baylor 48. Utah ran for 102, passed for 95. Baylor ran for 19 on 19 carries and threw for 29. Utah forced a turnover. Baylor did not. Utah capitalized on a blocked field goal. And as a result, Utah leads it by 20 at halftime, Scott.
Yeah, really impressed with the defense. Really impressed up front, like both the offensive and defensive line. Very, very dominant. But and that, you know, second level did a nice job covering these wide receivers. But Teo Johnson, very impressed with what he did, and just really the group as a whole played very aggressive, very much on the Baylor side of the offense, and again couldn't run the ball and didn't throw it very effective either.
Our first half of Utah football today was brought to you by Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy, and also by H&E Equipment Services, the proud construction equipment partner of University of Utah Athletics. Give them a call at 877-700-RENT or visit HERentals.com today. We'll take a timeout. We'll send it back to Studio Network Control, and James Peterson will give us a scoreboard update today, and then we'll get you caught up to date with all the scores around the conference and around the country, and then back for second half action in just a bit. Utah 23 and Baylor 3. This is Utah football from ESPN 700 and the Ute Sports Radio Network.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs.
Old Dominion, official freight carrier of Utah Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Becoming America's best-selling brand means you never settle for anything less. Like the Ford F-150, with its premium-grade muscle and finely tuned intelligence, it's a beast with brains. The Ford Bronco Sport, with unquestioned toughness and capability, it's built to take on the mountains. And Ford's complete lineup of all-wheel drive SUVs gives you the power, style, and space you need for life on the go. Contact your local Ford store for exclusive offers on Ford's full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
Les Schwab is proud to be a part of your local community and a sponsor of Utes football. Wherever you live throughout the University of Utah Nation, Les Schwab is here to help keep you safe and save you money with free pre-trip safety checks and America's best tire warranty. That includes no-hassle road hazard protection, a 60-day satisfaction guarantee, and free tire maintenance with the tires you buy. Schedule your next appointment at leschwab.com or stop by anytime and watch the Les Schwab team jump into action, just like your favorite University of Utah Utes. Les Schwab Tires, where doing the right thing matters.
Our broadcast coverage of the 2024-25 Utah Utes on the Utah Sports Radio Network is authorized by Utah Utes Partnerships, a division of JMI Sports. It's intended solely for the private use of our audience, and any rebroadcast or other use of the accounts and descriptions of this game without the express written consent of Utah Utes Partnerships or the university is prohibited. You're listening to Utah Football, brought to you by Key Bank on ESPN 700 and the Ute Sports Network.
This is going to be about a 50-yard attempt right up the middle. He missed 2 a year ago against Utah. His only field goal attempt this year, 9-yarder, he made. Snap is down. The kick is away. It's blocked. It's blocked, and now will be returned by the of Utah. Teo Johnson has it. Teo Johnson at the 40, at the 50. They're not going to get him. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown. Touchdown. Teo Johnson. 75 yards and into the red of the north end zone for a Utah touchdown.
Halftime at Rice Eccles, number 11 Utah leads Baylor 23-3. But Cam Rising left the game late in the half with an injury after a hard hit out of bounds. Here's how it sounded with Bill Riley on the call.
Glover in the backfield. Stanley flexes out to the right-hand side. 1st and 10 for the Baylor 36. Rising to pass. He'll roll out to his left-hand side and look down the field. Cam on the run. He's going to run out of bounds. Oh, man. And he's hit into the coolers. He is driven into the coolers. There's not a flag. He was hit so far out of bounds, and no flag flies. Well, I don't think we're going to see Cam again this half.
Nostradamus Bill Riley there. He did not play the rest of the half. Went into the locker room with an apparent injury after that hard hit. Side note, the girl who was helping maybe hand out the waters, maybe on the training staff, she's the one who we should all be concerned about here, obviously from a sports perspective. If you're a Utah fan, you are worried about your starting quarterback, but the girl who's on the sideline helping out, I don't know what her job is, but she was around those water coolers. She got the full brunt of the 270 plus pound defensive lineman who hit Cam out of bounds there. Hopefully she's okay. Cam, we'll see. His status for the rest of the game is uncertain. We'll find out from Sly at the start of the third quarter, hopefully get an update from Sly on that as part of the Ken Garf Sideline updates. Welcome back inside the ESPN 700 and 92.1 FM studio in downtown Salt Lake City. This is the Ute Game Day Halftime Scoreboard Report from ESPN 700 and the Ute Sports Radio Network. Locally, one game is in progress. Utah Tech is getting destroyed by UNLV 51-7 with 2.5 minutes to play in the third quarter there. And still to come locally, at 6, Weber State hosts Portland State. Then at 7, SUU faces UTEP in El Paso. You can watch it on ESPN+. And at 8 on Big Ten Network, Utah State takes on number 13, USC. Elsewhere in the Big 12, there's one game in progress. Iowa leads Iowa State 13-0 at halftime. You can watch the rest of it on CBS. They play for the Cy-Hawk Trophy in that game every year. And still to come at 4 on ESPN+, West Virginia entertains Albany. At 4:30, UCF welcomes Sam Houston to Orlando. That one can also be seen on ESPN+. At 5 on FS1, number 19, Kansas is in Champaign facing Illinois. At 5:30 on NBC and Peacock, Colorado takes on Nebraska in Lincoln. Then at 5:45, Houston is in Norman taking on number 15, Oklahoma. You can watch it on the SEC Network. At 6 on ESPN+, TCU hosts Long Island. Then at 8, Texas Tech faces Wazoo on the Palouse, and you can watch it on Fox. Also at 8, number 20, Arizona entertains Northern Arizona, and it can be seen on ESPN+. And at 8:30, the final game of the night in the conference on ESPN, ASU welcomes Mississippi State to Tempe. Earlier today, number 16, Oklahoma State came back to beat Arkansas 39-31 in overtime. Number 17, Kansas State came back to beat Tulane 34-27 in the Big Easy, and Cincinnati fell to Pitt 28-27 in the Queen City. Once again, Utah leads Baylor 23-3 at halftime. Coming up on the Ute Game Day Halftime Scoreboard Report, there was a top 10 matchup between two playoff teams from a year ago, and the U.S. Open women's title is on the line at Arthur Ashe Stadium in Flushing Meadows, New York. I'll get you up to speed on those things on the other side. I'm James Peterson, and this is Utah football from ESPN 700 and the Ute Sports Radio Network.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard. Until the other team scores. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Smith's for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices. Plus, extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with points. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Smith's, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
UFirst Credit Union is on your team, helping you score big in your pursuit of a college education. Each year, we hand off $20,000 in cash scholarships to Utah students, helping you reach the end zone. To qualify, all you need are two things: be an enrolled student and a member of UFirst. It's a winning play. Learn more about how you could score thousands in scholarship cash at ufirstcu.com or visit a branch. UFirst Credit Union, supporting Utah students for 68 seasons strong.
U of U football is a big event, and Diamond Event and Tent is proud to be a sponsor. Whether it's an intimate gathering of 10 or a large event of 1,000 people or more, Diamond Event and Tent has the tables, chairs, linens, glassware, flatware, tents, and more to make your event memorable. Diamond's helpful, knowledgeable staff is ready to assist you in making your special day a success. Visit their website, diamondevent.com, for planning guides and information. Go Utes!
You're listening to Utah Football, brought to you by Key Bank on ESPN 700 and the Utes Sports Network.
Pop pass, reverse pass now. Cam's going to get out there. Nope, they're going to keep it here on the near sideline. Money Parks to the 5, to the 4, 3, 2, 1, touchdown. Flag on the play. We'll see if this one comes back, and I think it's going to be a hold. We'll see if it's a hold on. They're saying it's a hold on Baylor. This touchdown's going to count. Money Parks, 28 yards on the end around, and that's a Utah touchdown. Elias Knoll, the defensive tackle, was holding on the play, and Money Parks, showing that speed off, gets it in the end zone for a Utah touchdown.
Welcome back to the halftime show. Utah leads Baylor 23-3 at Rice-Eccles Stadium. I'm James Peterson, and this is the Ute Game Day halftime scoreboard report from ESPN 700 and the Ute Sports Radio Network. In the top 25, one top 10 team is on upset alert. Number 7, Notre Dame, trails Northern Illinois 13-7 in South Bend. Number 5, Notre Dame, 5th-ranked Notre Dame, trailing Northern Illinois in South Bend 13-7, early third quarter. Catch the conclusion of that one on NBC. And speaking of upsets, Syracuse topped number 23, Georgia Tech, 31-28. And number 8, Penn State held off a would-be upset, beating Bowling Green 34-27. And in the matchup of the day, number 3, Texas smashed number 10, Michigan, 31-12 in Ann Arbor. And still to come at 5:30 on ABC, number 14, Tennessee is facing number 24, NC State in the Duke's Mayo Classic in Charlotte. And at 8, number 7, Oregon hosts Boise State on Peacock. In the U.S. Open, it's the women's final in progress right now. Number 2, Arina Sabalenka is up 1 set and up 3-love in the second set. So she's 3 games away from taking home the U.S. Open women's title. She leads American number 7, Jessica Pegula. 6th-ranked Jessica Pegula in the U.S. Open women's final. Catch the rest of the match on ESPN. Once again, number 11, Utah leads Baylor 23-3 at Rice-Eccles Stadium. I'm James Peterson, and this has been the halftime scoreboard report. Coming up, the voice of the Utes, Bill Riley, and former Utah greats Scott Mitchell and Stevenson Sylvester will bring you the second half. This is Utah Football from ESPN 700 and the Utes Sports Radio Network.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs.
Old Dominion, official freight carrier of Utah Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Les Schwab is proud to be a part of your local community and a sponsor of Utes football. Wherever you live throughout the University of Utah Nation, Les Schwab is here to help keep you safe and save you money with free pre-trip safety checks and America's best tire warranty. That includes no-hassle road hazard protection, a 60-day satisfaction guarantee, and free tire maintenance with the tires you buy. Schedule your next appointment at leschwab.com or stop by anytime and watch the Les Schwab team jump into action, just like your favorite University of Utah Utes. Les Schwab Tires, where doing the right thing matters.
U of U football is a big event, and Diamond Event and Tent is proud to be a sponsor. Whether it's an intimate gathering of 10 or a large event of 1,000 people or more, Diamond Event and Tent has the tables, chairs, linens, glassware, flatware, tents, and more to make your event memorable. Diamond's helpful, knowledgeable staff is ready to assist you in making your special day a success. Visit their website, diamondevent.com, for planning guides and information. Go Utes!
You're listening to Utah Football, brought to you by Pepsi and Smith's on ESPN 700 and the Ute Sports Network.
Back inside Rice-Eccles Stadium, our thanks to American First Credit Union for sponsoring the halftime show today. As the Utes return to the field, Baylor will get the ball to begin things in the second half. And just checking the field, no Cam Rising as of right now. Isaac Wilson continues to warm up downstairs with Brandon Rose and Sam Heward. Do not have a status update yet on Cam Rising, but he has not come back out and he is not throwing or warming up with the team. So we'll effort an update and a status report. Sly can get us what he can here in just a bit. But Scott, it looks like for now at least, Utah may operate here in the second half without their captain, Cam Rising.
Yeah, and Isaac Wilson's got a lot of weapons around him. And one of those weapons is a group. It's a tight end group. And tight ends are such a nice bailout option for you. A lot of times there's good mismatches. A lot of times tight ends can be open in the throw game. Baylor's going to come after him. He's got to be able to show that he can answer and handle the blitz and do it effectively and hurt him. But right now, this defense kind of got to regroup from the end of that half and make stuff happen. They're down a man right now, so we'll see, how they handle this. But really important to keep Baylor believing they don't have any hope, and you got to keep this team down.
Baylor will get the ball to begin the second half here. Utah got the ball to open the game. Baylor won the toss, chose to defer. And Jamal Bell back deep to receive this kick from Cole Becker. He'll kick from north to south here at Rice-Eccles Stadium today. Puts his right foot in it and kicks it high and end over end. Well, we'll let it go out the back of the end zone, and Baylor will begin 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. It'll be interesting to see if the offense continues to be stagnant for Baylor, how long they stay with DeQuan Finn. I say that only because his first half numbers were very pedestrian, 3 of 9 for 29 yards. Do you go to the guy who throws it maybe a little bit more consistently in Sawyer Robertson, who we saw last year?
Well, they moved the ball in the end of the half, and I think they're going to try to build off of this. Maybe go a little bit up-tempo, no huddle, because that's what they were doing. Seemed to work a little bit. 1st and 10 for Baylor at their own 25. Finn in the backfield will roll to his right, look down the field, looking, throwing over the middle, overshot Baldwin. Slot wide receiver over the middle, missed him by a pretty good chunk, too. Coverage out there in the flat by Karenni Reed and others. The linebacker was there, also Lander Barton. 2nd down and 10 coming up. Yeah, and it feels like they're trying to move him out of the pocket, give him a chance, make him feel a little bit more comfortable. That's a throw he should have completed right there, and kind of just not very accurate.
4 receivers in the pattern this time on 2nd and 10 out of the shotgun. Utah showing 5 near the line of scrimmage right now. He'll backpedal to pass again. Will DeQuan Finn try to set up the screen, being chased out of the pocket, throwing it away down the field as he's chased by Karenni Reed, incomplete. And now Karenni Reed appears to be down. Now he pops back up again. He'll limp back toward the Utah huddle. He's okay, at least for now. 3rd down and 10 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if he was out of the pocket. I don't know if that ball got back to the line of scrimmage. I mean, really good job, though, of keeping the quarterback in the pocket. Great angle by Connor O'Toole and Karenni Reed.
0 for 7 on 3rd down today of the Baylor Bears. They face a 3rd and 10 from their own 25. Just underway second half here at Rice-Eccles Stadium. 23-3 Utah. Tight end goes in motion. That's Michael Trigg. Finn to pass again. DeQuan Finn will be sacked. Taken down in the backfield. Guess who? Connor O'Toole. 2-yard loss for Connor O'Toole and a big sack. His 2nd sack of the afternoon. And the punt team will come out here for the Baylor Bears.
Well, I was sitting there going, I love the energy that Connor O'Toole has brought to this whole entire season. He is a guy that is just, he's just been getting off the line of scrimmage. It's a huge mismatch. against the Baylor offensive line there. Just great job of getting home and making a play.
Pittman back to receive the punt. Palmer Williams has been active today. The punt is away. It's a low-line drive punt. Pittman's going to come over and try and take it at about the 28 up the field, the sideline. Here he goes. 40-45, Micah Pittman, and a 17-yard return. He had a 14-yard return early and a 17-yard return there. Nicely done by Micah Pittman. And Utah will have it 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line to begin things here in the second half. And here comes Isaac Wilson with the Utah offense.
Ooh, what a word there. Isaac Wilson's on the field. That's hard to swallow, but great job by Pittman. Now let's see if Isaac Wilson just says, I got a lot of people around me. I'm going to get the ball to him. Not try to do too much, not try to be too much. Look for your tight ends. You didn't see him a lot in the first half. Look for Brand Keithy.
Let's see if let's see, if they get conservative here and try and take a little air out of the ball and run the football. Wilson under center, going to change the play at the line of scrimmage. Behind him is Mekhi Bernard. Turning a give to Mekhi Bernard. Straight ahead, Mekhi Bernard trips at the line of scrimmage and falls forward for a yard gain. Jackie Marshall made the trip-up tackle. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, and Baylor's just going to bring, 9 guys up at the line of scrimmage, 8-9 guys, and just dare Isaac Wilson to throw the ball early here and expect blitz, expect 8-man fronts for Isaac.
Do you like trying to run the ball, Scott, or do you want to give Isaac some confidence and let him throw the ball?
I think move him around, play action on early downs.
Motion Deshaun Stanley out of the backfield. Isaac throwing in the flat to Stanley. He's got it at the 50, at the 49, down near the 48-yard line. Easy pass, easy catch, a pickup of about, we'll call it about 5 on the play. 3rd down and short coming up here for Utah.
Yeah, and just, get the ball to your playmaker's hands. Let him make a play here. I mean, Dudu there, he's doing a good job and gets a good positive play. Duty. I like Dudu better. Duty.
All right, 3rd down and 4
I'll give him
for
a
Utah.
new nickname. How about that, Bill?
Utah's 2 out of 7. Wilson goes under center. 6 at the line here for Baylor. Mekhi Bernard stands behind. They turn and they give it to Mekhi Bernard, and he's not going to get there. He's stacked up at the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be dropped for a 1-yard loss. That was so conservative on 3rd down and 4. Garmin Randolph made the tackle, and now the punt team's going to come out here for Utah, and it just feels like the command from on high is we're going to play defense and run the football.
Yeah, and that was that counter with the offensive line that they did so well in the first half, and Baylor really sniffed it out and did a good job. Again, I like the bootleg. I like moving Isaac out of the pocket. He can throw the ball, and you're going to get pressure on 3rd down, so it's not like he's going to be holding it a long time either.
Baumeister on to punt. The kick is away. It's high. It's end over end. Cameron will fair catch at his own 8-yard line, and that's where Baylor will take over 1st and 10. 12 minutes remain here in the 3rd quarter. Utah in control. They lead it 23-3. Second half of Utah football being brought to you by University of Utah Health. Get that same great care the Utes trust. Find them online at uofuhealth.org/Utes. From Rice-Eccles Stadium, it's Utah football from ESPN 700 and the Utes Sports Radio Network.
Shaping a game plan for your family's health care involves more than just X's and O's. It's being there when you need them most or when you least expect it. As the trusted healthcare provider for the Utes family and yours, University of Utah Health has the right playbook for keeping your team healthy no matter what age or need. Get the same care the Utes rely on by visiting uofuhealth.org. That's uofuhealth.org.
What's better than a credit card with a low interest rate? How about one with no interest? For a limited time, when you open a new America First Visa, you'll enjoy 0% APR purchases for the first 6 months. Yep, all that buying power and not a single cent of interest for 6 months. That means no interest on summer fun, no interest on back-to-school gear, and no interest on holiday shopping. Interested? Then hurry to AmericaFirst.com to apply for yours today. Introductory variable annual percentage rate. Membership eligibility terms, creditworthiness, and conditions apply. See AmericaFirst.com/Visa for details. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal opportunity lender.
There are plenty of reasons Big O is the team you trust, and tires is only the first. We've got your back from the bottom of your car to the top. No matter what your concerns are, Big O's experienced technicians have you covered. Service, it's one more reason Big O is the team you trust.
It's your
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Smith's, where you'll find over 30,000 mouth-watering choices that excite your inner foodie. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices, plus extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week. You can also save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with fuel points. More savings and more inspiring flavors make shopping Smith's worth it every time. Smith's, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
You're listening to Utah Football, brought to you by Big O Tires and America First Credit Union on ESPN 700 and the Utes Sports Network.
12 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Both teams have had the ball. Both teams have punted. Utah 23 and Baylor 3. Second half today being brought to you by University of Utah Health, the official health care partner of the Utes and you. Baylor's got it first and 10 at their own 8-yard line. Daquan Finn, the transfer from Toledo, who was really good in the MAC. Not sure he's faced many defenses as good and as athletic as Utah today. Utah has held him in check and then some. He stands in the shotgun. He's got the Dawson Pendergrass next to him. First and 10, 3 receivers, tight end in motion now across the formation. Delayed handoff. Pendergrass has it. He's got running room, too. Look out. Second level, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and out of bounds at the Utah 45-yard line. Goodness gracious. Teo Johnson forced him out. There was a hold behind the play that didn't get called, but it doesn't matter. Best play of the day for Baylor. They're now in Utah territory, and they're going to go fast now. They're going to go no huddle and try and get some tempo here. First and 10 from the Utah 46-yard line. They're going to hand it off again. The man that just ran 50 yards gets it, and he pushes the pile forward. Still pushing the pile forward. Still pushing it forward. And he'll pick up almost 6 yards down near the 40-yard line. So they found a little something here with Dawson Pendergrass, Scott.
Yeah, that first play that went for the big yardage, Utah kind of slanted to the left and Baylor ran to the right and kind of ran away from where Utah was.
Here we go again. Handoff again, Pendergrass. Into the hole, pushing his way forward. He's going to pick up 2 to the Utah 38. He'll bring up 3rd down and 2. And you're going to guess that Baylor's going to be in 4-down territory most of this second half.
Yeah, I think so. And that's kind of up the middle running that's happened with Utah. It's almost like a delayed run. I've never seen anything like it. The running back kind of just chops his feet and stays there. And it's almost like Utah loses their running back, just waiting for a hole to open.
Bears 0 for 8 on 3rd down. 3rd and 2 from the Utah 38. Tight end in motion. Finn hands, tailback's got it. He's got first down yardage, 35 into the 33. Goes Dominic Richardson, the one-time Oklahoma State Cowboy, picks up the first down, and the drive stays alive here for Baylor. And all of a sudden, the Bears have a little momentum, and Utah doesn't have their starting quarterback. And, well, they're going to have to try and get some momentum back here with the defense. Quick snap, Finn to pass. Looking. Pumps, look still nothing there. Surrounded and sacked. Taken down. Van Fillinger and Connor O'Toole was there to help him clean it up. 3rd sack of the day by the Utah defense, and that'll drop him about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. He had all day for a minute. Nobody was open, and finally took the sack.
Yeah, and that's an example of great pass rush discipline. The guys up front got the push, the guys around the end, and you just kind of put a net around him and just swallow him up.
2nd and 15, back near the 37-yard line. Finn checks with the sideline. Now he brings a man in motion. That's Ashton Hawkins. He's going to hand it to Hawkins on the end around. Hawkins cuts back to the inside, and he's belted down, stays on his feet, still running, and finally dragged down from behind at the Utah 32-yard line. That was Sione Fotu that got him. He did a good job running with that. Picked up the yardage loss. 3rd down and long coming up.
Yeah, I mean, he got belted 3 or 4 times here and just didn't go down, didn't go down, and then he finally goes down for a very, very dramatic 2 or 3 yard gain.
3rd down and 9. They're 1 for 9 on 3rd down. Utah subbing late. Logan Fano comes on. Jamal Bell in the backfield. Wide receivers left, wide receivers right. Utah doing that late substitution thing. They bring fresh legs on the field. Play clock at 4 for Daquan Finn. He takes the snap. He fakes the pitch, goes to the right, back up the middle. He's got first down yardage, or goes to it.
Oh, man.
Oh, they're going to give it to him. He needed the 23. They gave him the 22.5-yard line. And Finn, with his first best run of the day, picks up the first down. And Baylor's got some momentum going here, Scott.
Yeah, interesting play. They faked the toss sweep, and it's a counter the whole way. And they just did a nice job of leading the way. And then Finn finned his way through there for a first down.
From the Utah 22. They began things at their own 8-yard line. Best drive of the day for Baylor, and not even close. First down, end around. They toss it to Monterey Baldwin. Baldwin has the 20, and that's it. Great pursuit on the edge that time. Monterey Baldwin's got great speed. He picks up a yard, maybe a yard and a half. As we dip under 8 to play here in the third quarter, Fillinger and Fiacione Fotu in on the tackle for Utah.
Yeah, I think you're wondering about Nate Ritchie and is he back? And he's definitely back. Yeah, that was just an aggressive, explosive play by him to clean everything up on that and just give Baylor a very minimal gain.
Feels like a passing down, we'll see, from the Utah 21. 4 receivers in the pattern. Utah crowding the line of scrimmage. Finn, hands, Pendergrass, dumped immediately. Lander Barton shot the gap and made the tackle. Fotu there as well. Third down and long coming up.
Yeah, that's a nice run blitz right there. And, everyone's covered. Zone read is, there's no zone for it to go. And just excellent job.
Third down and 9. They're 2 for 10 on third down. Both conversions on this drive. Finn in the gun. Surveys the defense. Brings the tight end in motion. And he'll roll to his right. Daquan Finn is going to be wrapped up and taken down by Van Fillinger. Right behind the line of scrimmage. Great pursuit up the line by the Utah senior. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Finn is going, wait a minute. A defensive lineman just outran me and just threw me to the sideline like a rag doll. I mean, that's an unbelievable play by Van Fillinger. The pursuit and tackling a really, really athletic guy for no gain.
So a field goal attempt coming here for Isaiah Hankins. Had his first one blocked in return for a touchdown. Knocked his last one through just before halftime. This will be from 40 yards right hash. Good snap, good hold. Kick is away. It's up, and it is good. He split the uprights. And the Baylor Bears get some points. It's a field goal, and it's 23-6 with 6:23 to play here in the third quarter. Utah will get it back when we get back. Today's broadcast being brought to you by Minky Couture Blankets. Online or in store. Visit any one of their 6 locations, Minky Couture. This is Utah football for the Big O Tires broadcast booth at Rice-Eccles Stadium and from ESPN 700 in the Ute Sports Radio Network.
Becoming America's best-selling brand means you never settle for anything less. Like the Ford F-150, with its premium-grade muscle and finely tuned intelligence, it's a beast with brains. The Ford Bronco Sport, with unquestioned toughness and capability, it's built to take on the mountains. And Ford's complete lineup of all-wheel drive SUVs gives you the power, style, and space you need for life on the go. Contact your local Ford store for exclusive offers on Ford's full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs.
Old Dominion, official freight carrier of Utah Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Les Schwab is proud to be a part of your local community and a sponsor of Utes football. Wherever you live throughout the University of Utah Nation, Les Schwab is here to help keep you safe and save you money with free pre-trip safety checks and America's best tire warranty. That includes no-hassle road hazard protection, a 60-day satisfaction guarantee, and free tire maintenance with the tires you buy. Schedule your next appointment at leschwab.com or stop by anytime and watch the Les Schwab team jump into action, just like your favorite University of Utah Utes. Les Schwab Tires, where doing the right thing matters.
Shaping a game plan for your family's health care involves more than just X's and O's. It's being there when you need them most or when you least expect it. As the trusted healthcare provider for the Utes family and yours, University of Utah Health has the right playbook for keeping your team healthy no matter what age or need. Get the same care the Utes rely on by visiting uofuhealth.org. That's uofuhealth.org.
You're listening to Utah Football, brought to you by Pepsi and Smith's on ESPN 700 and the Ute Sports Network.
Back at Rice-Eccles Stadium, that last scoring drive for Baylor, 11 plays and 70 yards, 5:37 off the game clock, and they cap it off with a 40-yard field goal by Isaiah Hankins. Second half today being brought to you by Great Clips, everything you need for a haircut and extra stuff you don't. Not the extra stuff you don't. Clip Notes, online checking, great deals. Getting a great haircut's never been easier at Great Clips. The aforementioned Isaiah Hankins has it teed up, ready to kick it. He will, all the way through the end zone, out for a touchback. Cam Rising will not return today. He is on the sideline in street clothes. He appears to be in pretty good spirits down there, Scott, but he's not going to be back here today.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate, but maybe it's fortunate that Isaac Wilson gets some reps here. Hopefully it isn't serious. It looks like his fingers are wrapped together. It is on his throwing hand, and we'll see how things go moving forward. But Utah's got to expect Baylor to come up and stop the run. You got to counter it. You also have to counter Isaac Wilson. You can't get too conservative.
We'll take a timeout with TV right now. Come back, and Utah will have the football 1st and 10. 6:23 to play here in the third from Rice-Eccles Stadium. It's Utah football from ESPN 700 and the Utes Sports Radio Network.
What's better than a credit card with a low interest rate? How about one with no interest? For a limited time, when you open a new America First Visa, you'll enjoy 0% APR purchases for the first 6 months. Yep, all that buying power and not a single cent of interest for 6 months. That means no interest on summer fun, no interest on back-to-school gear, and no interest on holiday shopping. Interested? Then hurry to AmericaFirst.com to apply for yours today. Introductory variable annual percentage rate. Membership eligibility terms, creditworthiness, and conditions apply. See AmericaFirst.com/Visa for details. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal Opportunity Lender.
U of U football is a big event, and Diamond Event and Tent is proud to be a sponsor. Whether it's an intimate gathering of 10 or a large event of 1,000 people or more, Diamond Event and Tent has the tables, chairs, linens, glassware, flatware, tents, and more to make your event memorable. Diamond's helpful, knowledgeable staff is ready to assist you in making your special day a success. Visit their website, diamondevent.com, for planning guides and information. Go Utes!
Utes fans, do you see that stadium completely decked out in Utah red, black, and white? The color is the best part about being at a game live. So why not add to that and put yourself right in the middle of it all at the next one? Because that color encompasses everything, from the tailgating and the fight songs to the marching band halftime shows. So let your true color show and get ready to yell and cheer until you're blue in the face at the next Utah Utes game. You can be there live all season by scoring verified tickets today at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Utah Utes. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Smith's, where you'll find over 30,000 mouth-watering choices that excite your inner foodie. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices, plus extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week. You can also save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with fuel points. More savings and more inspiring flavors make shopping Smith's worth it every time. Smith's, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
You're listening to Utah Football, brought to you by Big O Tires and America First Credit Union on ESPN 700 and the Utes Sports Network.
All right, back at Rice-Eccles Stadium. We're going to go down and check in on the sideline momentarily with Sly. An update on that last drive. Cam Rising not going to return here today. Isaac Wilson has the show the rest of the way. He's under center, 1st and 10 from his own 25-yard line with Mekhi Bernard behind him. Play action pass for Isaac Wilson. He's got lots of time, and he's got a man down the field and overshoots Dorian Singer, who was double covered, kind of bracketed in Utah in Baylor territory. Sly, give us an update on that last drive. Why did Utah, you think, struggle so much against the Baylor run, and who wasn't out there?
Yeah, the captain, Corrine Reed, he wasn't out there. He's the one who gets that set. And a lot of those runs, they had multiple pullers. And with multiple pullers, it's up to the linebackers and the down safety to see that and come over the top. On that first big run, the linebackers didn't get over the top, which is Corrine Reed's position, and let up that big run.
All right, thank you, Sly. Hope Corrine gets back in the ball game. Second down handoff. That's Mekhi Bernard. He'll pick up about 4 yards after the 29-yard line. He's running hard today. Not a lot of big runs so far for Mekhi. Keith Thomas made the tackle, third down, and caught about 6 for Utah. Coming up, Scott.
Now, with Isaac Wilson, you do have that ability to call designed runs. Isaac maybe keeps that right there. He's out on the edge and has a big play, but they're in a third and manageable, which is what you want. But you gotta convert these, Isaac.
Utah has not converted in a while. They're 2 out of 8 on third down right now. Bernard stays in the ball game. 2 tights to 2 wides for Utah. Got to get to the 35-yard line. Wilson to pass. Backpedal. Survey's going to step up away from it. He's going to scramble to the right and be sacked. Oh, Isaac. Back at the 18-yard line. Jackie Marshall got a hold of him, and it looked like Isaac was going to break out, and then he got tripped up, lost his balance, and sacked for a loss of, boy, oh boy, almost 10 yards. So fourth down here for Utah. And not a great offensive start here for Utah. To be very fair, they've been off offensively, Scott, even before Cam Rising's injury.
Yeah, that was tough. I mean, the guy comes free. Again, it's a guy slipping off a block, which you hadn't seen early in this game.
Josh Cameron back to receive the Baumeister punt. What a punt by Jack. Backing him up to about the 22-yard line. That's Cameron. He's going to get wide to the outside. He's got the 25. He's got the 29, and then he'll be gang tackled there. And then the ball comes out. Was he dead? Was the play dead? They say it was. The referee blew it dead at the 29-yard line.
Oh.
59-yard punt, 6-yard return, and a timeout on the field. Good coverage by the special teams. Good punt by Baumeister. Utah defense going to be tasked to get a stop here on Baylor when we get back. 4:47 to play here.
The ruling on the field is the runner's forward progress was stopped prior to the ball coming loose. First down, Baylor.
Can't review that. 4:47 to play here in the third. Utah 23 and Baylor 6. Utah football from ESPN 700 and the Utes Sports Radio Network.
Becoming America's best-selling brand means you never settle for anything less. Like the Ford F-150, with its premium-grade muscle and finely tuned intelligence, it's a beast with brains. The Ford Bronco Sport, with unquestioned toughness and capability, it's built to take on the mountains. And Ford's complete lineup of all-wheel drive SUVs gives you the power, style, and space you need for life on the go. Contact your local Ford store for exclusive offers on Ford's full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs.
Old Dominion, official freight carrier of Utah Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Les Schwab is proud to be a part of your local community and a sponsor of Utes football. Wherever you live throughout the University of Utah Nation, Les Schwab is here to help keep you safe and save you money with free pre-trip safety checks and America's best tire warranty. That includes no-hassle road hazard protection, a 60-day satisfaction guarantee, and free tire maintenance with the tires you buy. Schedule your next appointment at leschwab.com or stop by anytime and watch the Les Schwab team jump into action, just like your favorite University of Utah Utes. Les Schwab Tires, where doing the right thing matters.
Shaping a game plan for your family's health care involves more than just X's and O's. It's being there when you need them most or when you least expect it. As the trusted healthcare provider for the Utes family and yours, University of Utah Health has the right playbook for keeping your team healthy no matter what age or need. Get the same care the Utes rely on by visiting uofuhealth.org. That's uofuhealth.org. This is where the Utes live on game day and every day. KALL North Salt Lake, KXRK HD3, ESPN 700 and 92.1 FM. You're listening to Utah Football, brought to you by Key Bank on ESPN 700 and the Utes Sports Network.
Baylor's got it, 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line, trailing 23-6. We welcome you back into Rice-Eccles Stadium for the Big O Tires broadcast booth. Daquan Finn, hands off, running straight ahead. That's Dominic Richardson. A nice gain of 5 yards on first down. Now, normally we love spat stats, Scott. We love Dave Spatafor stats.
We do.
Not so much on this one. No. We're going to go with a little tempo. I'll give you the spat stat after second down here. Second down and 6. Daquan Finn in the shotgun. Hands it again, and this time Richardson is dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Lander Barton was there. Nate Ritchie was there. And that's going to be a loss of 2 yards. Third down and long coming up. Utah had 151 yards of offense in the first quarter, Scott. Since then, 47 yards. 46 in the second quarter, -1 here in the third. Yeah, that's not all on Isaac Wilson.
It really isn't. And, I don't know that I can really put a finger on it, but, well, I can. It's like they've been in very third manageable situations, and they haven't gotten conversions on those third downs, whether it's been the play call, whatever it's been, the execution. But Utah's not been very good on third down, and that's how you make points and score.
Utah forces Baylor to take a timeout because Baylor subbed.
First charge timeout.
Utah subbed as well, and they did that slow jog off the field with Connor O'Toole, and Daquan Finn had to burn a timeout. So it's third down and 7 coming up with 3:42 to play here in the third quarter. Our third quarter being brought to you by Smith's, fresh for everyone, the official grocer of University of Utah Athletics. I'm Bill Riley. Scott Mitchell's here, slides down on the field. If you're just joining us, Utah jumped out to a 23-0 lead. A couple of good touchdowns. They got a field goal, then they blocked a field goal, returned it for a touchdown. But since then, it's been quiet. Cam Rising injured his throwing hand at the end of the half, being driven into the Baylor bench. And so right now we just are trying to see what Isaac Wilson can do without Cam Rising, and Isaac hasn't found a rhythm just yet. But the defense has been good today. They've held Baylor to just 2 field goals, and they'll try to get them off the field here. Baylor 2 of 11 on third down in the ball game, 2 of 4 though here in the second half. Utah will have 4 down linemen as Daquan Finn backs up into the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers all lined up on the right-hand side. Finn surveys, claps, and takes the snap. Takes the handoff, keeps it himself. Straight ahead, Daquan Finn. First down yardage beyond the 40 to the 43-yard line. Well, you got to be aware of that if you're Utah. That's the second time today he's done that on a third down.
Yeah, and that counters. Utah's just not done a good job of actually defending it. And, a lot of the straight-ahead run is great, but that counter just seems to be giving Utah problems. 1st and 10, Baylor now at their own 43. Finn again, this time hands it to the tailback. And that is 31. Check on that number. We've got a little bit deeper on that Baylor running back chart right now. We'll get that for you coming up here in just a minute. Pickup of about 2 on first down. Richard Reese back in the ball game here for Baylor on 2nd down and 8. Utah with 4th, the line of scrimmage. They hand it off. Now the quarterback keeps it on the edge, and he's got the 50, and down at the Utah 49-yard line goes Daquan Finn. He'll be about 2 yards shy of first down yardage, maybe 1 yard shy of first down yardage. They give him the 48. Zemiah Vaughn made the tackle. Yeah, Baylor is staying patient here with this running game, and it's helped them to move the ball. Nate Ritchie did a nice job on that earlier play, and then he just kind of bought in on the run, and he's got to get that quarterback. Baylor finding success on the ground, 3rd down and 1. The handoff is to the tailback straight ahead, and he is not going to get there. He's going to be just a little bit short. It'll be 4th down. Lander Barton made the tackle along with Nate Ritchie, and it's 4-down territory now at midfield for the Baylor Bears, trailing 23-6 with 2 minutes to play in the third. Yeah, look for this quarterback to run that counter here. Empty backfield play. Unless they bring somebody back in, it'll be an empty backfield. 5 wide receivers in the pattern. Finn in the backfield by himself. Utah with 7 at the line of scrimmage. 4th down and half a yard. Finn brings a man back in motion. That's the tight end. He's going to keep it himself straight ahead, bounce outside, bounce inside, and have first down yardage just past the 42 to about the 41-yard line. So the drive stays alive for the Baylor Bears. I almost feel like Baylor's taking the same approach Southern Utah did a week ago. Yeah, I mean, this patience with this running game has been remarkable. Wait a minute. It looks like the nose of the football. Yep, they're going to finally give him the first down. The initial spot had it, and then they spotted it again. But here we go. 1st and 10 for the Utah, 47. Play action pass. They throw the ball in the flat. It's complete. Look out. Up the field and into the open field. Here comes Baylor. That's going to be a touchdown. 20-10-5, touchdown Baylor. That is Josh Cameron, the kick returner wide receiver who caught the flanker screen on one side of the field, crisscrossed the defense, and took it in from 42 yards out. And Scott, we might have ourselves a ball game as we head to the 4th quarter. Baylor about to cut it to 10. Yeah, I'm not sure that Utah was really lined up and ready for that play. It looked like they were kind of half set, and it's been pounding this run, and then all of a sudden they throw the screen out there, and they're going to go for 2. Seemed like Utah was just moving kind of at half speed. Interesting decision here. It's a 2-possession game either way, but the decision to go for 2. Empty the backfield here. 4 receivers on the right-hand side for Daquan Finn. Finn backpedals, throws into the end zone, incomplete. And that wasn't even close. So the 2-point conversion fails. And the score 23-12, Utah with about 53 seconds to play. That scoring drive, 8 plays, 70 yards, 3:54 off the play clock. It was 104 minutes for their first touchdown, Scott, but it's only an 11-point game right here. And I've got to say this.
it feels like all the life and all the energy since Cam Rising got hurt has come out of both sides of the football for Utah. It just feels like the team feels a little deflated right now.
Well, part of the challenge for the defense is the offense is going 3 and out. So they're tired.
That's your good point.
And they've been in some really, long drives here. You got to get your defense some rest here. And this offense needs to come alive here. And it can't be like, don't, play not to lose. You got to go out and play to win these football games. And you got to put the ball in the hand. You got to let your young quarterback throw the football and don't handicap him here. Let him grow up a little bit. He can do it. Just find your playmakers, get the ball to him. Brant Keithy needs to get involved in this. Dorian Singer, Money Parks.
Kick is away. It's high and it's end over end. It might be returnable for Utah with Money Parks. He'll take it at the 2. Money to the 10, Money to the 15. Money is dropped at the 17-yard line. We have not seen Utah really return a kick yet this year, and that ball hung up forever, gave Baylor's coverage team a chance to get it. And now the Utah offense, which has minus 1 yard here in the third quarter, comes back on the field with an 83-yard field in front of them, and their lead chopped down to just 11 right now.
Yeah, this first play is really a big play here for Utah, to get that offense going, get some confidence, make something happen.
Isaac Wilson and Mekhi Bernard. 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. Motion man across the formation. They throw a flag. This one's going to come back, I think, unless Baylor was in the neutral zone. Mekhi Bernard goes out across the 25 to almost the 27, a gain of 9.5 on first down. We'll see what the flag is. I think this might be on the Bears. Nope.
Illegal formation. Offense. There were more than 4 players lined up in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. First down.
I got to tell you, Scott, this is what you expect in the first game of the season, not quite as much in the second game of the season.
Yeah, there's one wide receiver over here. It's a tight end, and he's clearly, that's an obvious play right there. That just shouldn't have happened.
So back him up 5 yards, and the crowd has gotten quiet here at Rice Eccles. We're inside of 30 seconds to play. 23-12 Utah. It's now first down and 15. Full backfield with Mekhi Bernard and Dejon Stanley. Now they motion Bernard out. Isaac Wilson takes the back pedal, and he'll look down the field, complete it to the tight end. That's out across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Brant Keithy made the catch, just a second grab today. And that will get back the yardage they lost on the penalty, and also take us to the end of the third quarter
This
here.
is the end of the third quarter.
At Rice Eccles Stadium. So a game that Utah controlled and was in control much of is now just a little bit feeling it just a little bit different here as we head to the fourth. It's Utah 23 and Baylor 12. We head to the fourth quarter here at Rice Eccles Stadium, and this is Utah football from ESPN 700 Ute Sports Radio Network.
What's better than a credit card with a low interest rate? How about one with no interest? For a limited time, when you open a new America First Visa, you'll enjoy 0% APR purchases for the first 6 months. Yep, all that buying power and not a single cent of interest for 6 months. That means no interest on summer fun, no interest on back-to-school gear, and no interest on holiday shopping. Interested? Then hurry to AmericaFirst.com to apply for yours today. Introductory variable annual percentage rate. Membership eligibility terms, creditworthiness, and conditions apply. See AmericaFirst.com/Visa for details. Federally insured by NCAA. Equal Opportunity Lender.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Smith's, where you'll find over 30,000 mouth-watering choices that excite your inner foodie. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices, plus extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week. You can also save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with fuel points. More savings and more inspiring flavors make shopping Smith's worth it every time. Smith's, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
There are plenty of reasons Big O is the team you trust, and tires is only the first. We've got your back from the bottom of your car to the top. No matter what your concerns are, Big O's experienced technicians have you covered. Service, it's one more reason Big O is the team you trust.
You've spent a lot of time listening to me, but if you want to have someone listen to you, head to Ken Garf. Sure, they're in the car business, but their first priority has always been people. That's why they've been able to serve Utah for more than 90 years. They know that when you listen to customers and put their needs first, then quality vehicle selection, fair prices, and reliable service are all guaranteed. So whether you're buying, selling, or servicing, Ken Garf will listen to you no matter what. Head to kengarf.com to get started. Ken Garf, we hear you.
You're listening to Utah Football, brought to you by Key Bank on ESPN 700 and the Ute Sports Network.
We head to the fourth here in Rice-Eccles. Utah still up double digits, but they haven't scored in a bit. They led 23-0 in this game. Now it's 23-12. And Scott, they were out. They were out, just scored and out driven in that second quarter, in that third quarter, I should say. 134 yards for Baylor, just 4 for Utah in the third quarter.
Yeah.
88 rushing, 46 on the ground through the air. Utah had 10 passing yards and -6 rushing. The Bears ran 21 plays. Utah ran 7. It's been quiet. And again, we will say this: Cam Rising's not playing. He's on the sideline. Some sort of a hand issue that he's dealing with right now. Second down and 10 for Utah from their own 17. Isaac Wilson under center. Got a tailback, Mekhi Bernard, behind him. 2 tights and 2 wides for Utah. They hand it to Bernard. Mekhi picks his way forward and will get about 3 yards to the 20-yard line. Now you've got 3rd and long again, Scott.
Yeah, and these are hard. I mean, it's manageable, but everything has to work right. And Baylor's got 8-9 guys up. It's tough sledding right there to run the ball on that second down situation, and you got to do everything right. It just puts a lot of pressure on you to execute across the board. And if one guy screws up, it really messes things up. But this is such a huge play in this game to convert this 3rd down.
Utah is 0 for 2 this half on 3rd downs. Wilson in the gun on 3rd down and 7. Baylor's bringing pressure. Here they come. Isaac looking, surveying, throwing, caught. That's out beyond the 30. Still on his feet, Money Parks. And finally down at the 38-yard line. Money had the big touchdown run early and made great second effort there to pick up the 1st down and then some. And that's a big confidence booster for Wilson and 1st down for Utah.
That's a huge play. He's got guys in his face. That's a money throw to Money. It really is. That's a huge throw. That's what this offense needs. And that's what Isaac Wilson can do. Give him those opportunities. That's got to build his confidence.
Scott, and a good job by Parks coming back to the football.
Oh, always got to come back.
1st down and 10 from the 38. Baylor crowds the line of scrimmage, expecting a running play here. They get it to Mekhi Bernard. He's got the edge 40 and down to about the 42.5, 43-yard line. Gain of 4, almost 5 on 1st down. Rara Dilworth tripped him up. Again, Mekhi running hard today, just not a lot of room in there to run, but a good 1st down game.
No, and this is good. Out on this edge, I think, is a little bit better to run. It looks like he got a face mask there that didn't get called, but Mekhi's been a tough runner.
Here we go, 2nd down. We'll call it about 6 for the 42.5-yard line for Utah. Bunch set on the near side. That's Utah on the left side with 3 tight ends in the ball game. They motion a wide receiver out now. Isaac Wilson under center, turns and play action rolls to the outside, outruns the defender, looks down the field, throws down the field, incomplete. Ooh, dangerous pass. The coverage was really good out there. They're trying to get that ball to Money Parks, but Caden Jenkins had really good coverage on him. 3rd down and 6 coming up.
Yeah, and I like the call here. I just, it's really kind of hard to throw the ball to your off arm under pressure like that. You got to get a better ball fake. Those tight ends got to hold a little bit longer, and it'll open up more. Because the guy coming across the field was open, but it's almost impossible for Isaac to throw and complete that pass.
Utah 3 out of 10 for the ball game on 3rd down. 1 for 3 in this half. They converted their last one. Dijon Stanley in the backfield. 4 wide receivers. Baylor with 4 at the line of scrimmage, showing pressure off the edge. Now they back away. Isaac's going to pass. Looking, throwing. Oh, my goodness. He sailed that. I mean, that wasn't even close to Dorian Singer. That'll bring out the punt team for Utah. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, I had the right call here, and just doesn't have his feet set to make a good throw.
That would have been a 1st down.
Yeah, easily would have been a 1st down. Love the call, love the situation, but again, you've got to execute, and if just one guy's off on those, it's a lot of pressure, those 3rd downs when you really need them, but you got to come through.
Josh Cameron back. He had that touchdown catch on the flanker screen a few minutes ago. Very good punt returner a year ago, averaged 15.5 yards per return for the Baylor Bears. Here's the kick. It's away, nearly blocked. That is a howitzer shot from Baumeister that will go into the end zone. And a touchback coming out. Jack's hit some good ones today. hit that one just a little bit too much. 58 yards, no return, and a timeout on the field with 12:42 to play in the ball game. Baylor's not down by much here. Utah's defense going to have to step up on this next drive. Our broadcast today being brought to you by Jersey Mike's. Stop by your local Jersey Mike's because authentic ingredients make them a sub above. Go Utes. It's Utah 23 and Baylor 12 from Rice-Eccles Stadium. It's Utah football from ESPN 700, the Utes Sports Radio Network.
Shaping a game plan for your family's health care involves more than just X's and O's. It's being there when you need them most or when you least expect it. As the trusted healthcare provider for the Utes family and yours, University of Utah Health has the right playbook for keeping your team healthy no matter what age or need. Get the same care the Utes rely on by visiting uofuhealth.org. That's uofuhealth.org.
Les Schwab is proud to be a part of your local community and a sponsor of Utes football. Wherever you live throughout the University of Utah Nation, Les Schwab is here to help keep you safe and save you money with free pre-trip safety checks and America's best tire warranty. That includes no-hassle road hazard protection, a 60-day satisfaction guarantee, and free tire maintenance with the tires you buy. Schedule your next appointment at leschwab.com or stop by anytime and watch the Les Schwab team jump into action, just like your favorite University of Utah Utes. Les Schwab Tires, where doing the right thing matters.
It's a blitz. The quarterback scrambles, looking for an open receiver. Nope, sacked. That's how you stop a big play. Now imagine your business as a quarterback. You need a strong team to support you. Les Olson IT is your offensive line, protecting your business and helping you score big. We're talking touchdowns for your bottom line. Visit lesolsonit.com for a free technology assessment. Let's make some big plays together.
Les Olson IT.
Becoming America's best-selling brand means you never settle for anything less. Like the Ford F-150, with its premium-grade muscle and finely tuned intelligence, it's a beast with brains. The Ford Bronco Sport, with unquestioned toughness and capability, it's built to take on the mountains. And Ford's complete lineup of all-wheel drive SUVs gives you the power, style, and space you need for life on the go. Contact your local Ford store for exclusive offers on Ford's full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
You're listening to Utah Football, brought to you by Pepsi and Smith's on ESPN 700 and the Ute Sports Network.
Back inside Rice-Eccles Stadium. 12:42 to play in the ball game. Utah 23 and Baylor 12. Bears have it. They've been a whole lot better here in the second half. They've outgained Utah big time. 134 total yards here in the second half for Baylor. They've got a field goal and a touchdown. See if the Utah defense can get a stop here. They were so good in the first half. Daquan Finn's found a little momentum. He's going to pass on first down. They're going to roll the pocket to the right-hand side. He's going to throw it down the field, incomplete, nearly intercepted. Is that Lander Barton? It was. And then Barton took out a couple of coaches and staff on that sideline, diving out of bounds. Second down coming up.
Yeah, this rollout hadn't been super effective for Baylor, and it really shortens the field for you here, and makes you have to throw it. I mean, the guy was open, but
he threw it too late.
Yeah, it's tough.
Second down and 10 for the 20-yard line. Pendergrass in the backfield with Finn. They're going to hand it to Pendergrass, who runs more like a fullback than a tailback, and he'll plow ahead for about 3 yards to the 23. Logan Fano made the tackle for Utah. That'll bring up third down and 7.
Yeah, a lot of those runs for Baylor almost feel like that quarterback tush push, and just almost a rugby scrum in the middle there, and it's been fairly effective for them.
Baylor didn't convert a first down or third down in the first half. Empty backfield. 5 wide here on third down and 7. 3 of 13. They're going to keep it with the quarterback, and this time he's not going to get it. Third time was the charm for the Utah defense. Junior Tafuna was in there along with Van Fillinger. That'll bring up fourth down at about 4. Will they keep the offense out there? Ooh, the quarterback's down. That's Daquan Finn who's down on that play. Laying out at about the 26-yard line. Training staff coming out to take a look at him. Both teams will go to their sideline and huddle.
Before he looked injured, it looked like they were gonna go for it, and they're kind of pulling out all the stops here.
Backup quarterback is Sawyer Robertson. He's a junior, transferred from Mississippi State. He was a Mike Leach guy, and then left. He played last year against Utah. Went for 218 yards and 2 picks last year. Had a 4-yard touchdown run against the Utes, but he's the backup quarterback. He did play a little bit last week in their opener against Tarleton State, but Daquan Finn beat him out in fall camp. Take a look at the replay here and see what happened to Finn. Got wrapped up by Tafuna and Fillinger. I'm not sure what really happened there. There was nothing really in the hit per se. Now he's been helped up a little bit. He's just a little wobbly coming off the field right now. Looks like he's holding his
right wrist.
Right wrist, yeah. Might have had one of those big bodies land on it.
Yeah,
they're going to go for it here, Scott. The quarterback's coming out on the field. They've got 11 minutes and 49 seconds. This really, in some ways, could be the ball game.
Sure.
4th down and 4.
Yeah, big play in the ball game for sure.
Absolutely. You're going to set up Utah you'll put Utah in field goal range to begin the drive if you don't get it here. 3 receivers on the right-hand side here. Utah doesn't have enough men out this side to cover everybody. Now they roll a safety this way. Utah's got everybody within about 10 yards of the line of scrimmage. Sawyer Robertson is going to shift them outside now. 4th down and 4 for the Baylor 26. Robertson to pass. Pressure coming. Flags fly. And what do we have? Delay of game?
False start.
Prior to the ball being snapped, false start. Number 72, offense. 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
By the way, should the center ever be called for false start? That was Colton Price, the center, who got called for it. Now they're going to bring the punt team out on 4th and 9.
Well, it's a talent. You know, it's a special talent if you're a center who can actually do a false start. And I'm not sure how that, you flinch your hand or move your head or something. Because when you snap it, that's the snap count.
Rashawn Glover back to receive the punt at his own 30. Palmer Williams stands at his own 6. Beware the fake here if you're Utah. Williams gets the punt away. It's another dandy. Oh, man. Glover's backpedaling. It goes over his head again, and this one's going to roll into the end zone. It hits the pylon. Wow. It was 6 inches from going out at the half-yard line.
I mean, that's like aiming for the coffin corner right there.
Scott, that was a 79-yard punt that was 6 inches from being a 78.5-yard punt. Holy moly.
During the kick, holding, number 4, receiving team. 10-yard penalty from the 20-yard line since it was a touchback. 1st down. Timeout on the field.
Timeout on the field. Cameron Calhoun whistled for that. 11:03 to play in the ball game. Our broadcast today being brought to you by Pepsi and Smith's. Swing by your local Smith's and save on your favorite PepsiCo products all season long. Pepsi made for Utes watching. 23-12 Utah. 11:03 to play in the ball game. This is Utah football from ESPN 700 and the Utes Sports Radio Network.
U of U football is a big event, and Diamond Event and Tent is proud to be a sponsor. Whether it's an intimate gathering of 10 or a large event of 1,000 people or more, Diamond Event and Tent has the tables, chairs, linens, glassware, flatware, tents, and more to make your event memorable. Diamond's helpful, knowledgeable staff is ready to assist you in making your special day a success. Visit their website, diamondevent.com, for planning guides and information. Go Utes!
Utes fans, do you see that stadium completely decked out in Utah red, black, and white? The color is the best part about being at a game live. So why not add to that and put yourself right in the middle of it all at the next one? Because that color encompasses everything, from the tailgating and the fight songs to the marching band halftime shows. So let your true color show and get ready to yell and cheer until you're blue in the face at the next Utah Utes game. You can be there live all season by scoring verified tickets today at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Utah Utes. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com.
What's better than a credit card with a low interest rate? How about one with no interest? For a limited time, when you open a new America First Visa, you'll enjoy 0% APR purchases for the first 6 months. Yep, all that buying power and not a single cent of interest for 6 months. That means no interest on summer fun, no interest on back-to-school gear, and no interest on holiday shopping. Interested? Then hurry to AmericaFirst.com to apply for yours today. Introductory variable annual percentage rate. Membership eligibility terms, creditworthiness, and conditions apply. See AmericaFirst.com/Visa for details. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal Opportunity Lender.
You've spent a lot of time listening to me, but if you want to have someone listen to you, head to Ken Garf. Sure, they're in the car business, but their first priority has always been people. That's why they've been able to serve Utah for more than 90 years. They know that when you listen to customers and put their needs first, then quality vehicle selection, fair prices, and reliable service are all guaranteed. So whether you're buying, selling, or servicing, Ken Garf will listen to you no matter what. Head to KenGarf.com to get started. Ken Garf, we hear you.
You're listening to Utah Football, brought to you by Big O Tires and America First Credit Union on ESPN 700 and the Utes Sports Network.
Scott Mitchell, Bill Riley, Stevenson Sylvester, Matty Robles, Dave Spatafor, Sarah Alonso, Olivia James. We're all here with you today. It's Utah football. Glad to be with you. I'm Bill Riley. 11:03 to play in the ball game. Utah has been silent offensively here in the second half. Isaac Wilson has had some moments, but nothing consistent. They've got a 90-yard field in front of them right now from their own 10-yard line. Isaac brings the man across the formation in motion, hands it off straight ahead to Mekhi Bernard, and picks up about 3. And that's it.
You know, it's so interesting that these games come down to who can stop the run and who can run it. And right now, Baylor's, done a better job here. I mean, they got a lot of guys up there at the line of scrimmage. Big this second down. You need to get about 5 yards, so you get third, and then you can do anything. You can run the ball, you can throw the ball, makes it a lot easier on Isaac Wilson.
Baylor's out rushing Utah 112 to 108 here this afternoon. Second down and 7 from the 13-yard line. Isaac's going to go under center this time with Mekhi Bernard behind him. 2 receivers, 2 tight ends. They move those tight ends to the right-hand side. One of those guys, Brant Keithy. 6 at the line now for the Baylor Bears. Turn and a handoff again to Mekhi Bernard into the hole. Sticks down his shoulder and gets out to the 18-yard line. Then a flag flies in late. Is that a hold?
Oh, man.
Man.
Holding, number 68, offense. 10-yard penalty, second down.
I'm just telling
this
you.
This referee has got a thing for Jaron Kump because that holding.
Correction, the penalty is half the distance to the goal.
Yeah, but Scott, you're your own worst enemy right now if you're Utah.
Yeah.
You had a third down and short. It was about 1.5 yards to go, and now you're facing second down and about 11.
Yeah, and Jaron did hold him on
Actually,
that play
about
right there.
14.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes it tough. I mean, that's that thing. You just can't have those breakdowns, and that's what this offensive line has had, whether it's been the pass or the run. They just guys are getting scot-free on these linemen.
Utah spreads the field with 4 wide receivers and a back in the backfield with Isaac Wilson, who stands at his 1-yard line. Handoff again, Mekhi Bernard through the second level, 15, 20, 22-yard line. 16 yards and a first down for Mekhi Bernard. That was some solid blocking on the right-hand side. Devin Bobby made the tackle in the secondary, but that's a first mile and much-needed first down for the Utah offense.
Yeah, really nice play there because that might be the play of the game right there. And Mekhi just runs so hard, and that's where all those offensive linemen engage and stay engaged, and good things happen.
2 tights and 2 wides for Utah's. Isaac goes under center. Clock running, 9:15 to play in the ball game. Utah 23, Baylor 12. 6 now, 7 at the box here for Baylor. They're going to turn and hand it again to Mekhi Bernard, who picks his way forward again beyond the 25, out near the 27. He'll pick up about 4 yards on first down. Nothing wrong with putting 4 yards on the board. As we dip under 9 to play here, tackled by Travian Mae.
Yeah, and Utah just put basically 4 blockers over on the right, and they just said, we're going to just go smash mouth football, and we're going to run it, and we're going to get positive yards right here, and we're going to establish that we can run the ball and finish out this game.
Second down and 6 for the Utes. Mike Mitchell back in the ball game here for Utah. Haven't seen Mike since he got dinged up in the first half. They hand it to Mitchell straight ahead through the hole. 30, 31, 32, very close to first down yardage. They're going to give it to him. Pick up a 4.5, almost 5 yards for Mike Mitchell. Matt Jones made the stop, and that was a big first down. Move the chains again for the Utes.
Yeah, this is a good drive happening here for Utah, but again, it's just straight ahead. Mano a mano, we're going to try to run the football. We're going to establish that. That's our DNA. That's who we are. That's our identity, and that's what Kyle Whittingham knows and does, and they've won a lot with it.
Mike Mitchell stays in the game. Might we have a time for a play-action pass? Baylor creeping everybody near the line of scrimmage right now on 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Isaac Wilson turns and gives it to Mike Mitchell again. Not much there, but he boosts that forward momentum to about the 36, maybe 37 for a gain of 3 on 1st and 10. Second down and 7 coming up. Garmin Randolph, the jackbacker for Baylor, made the tackle. And the clock continues to run here with 7:25, 7:24, 7:23 to play in the ball game.
Yeah, and that defense, you want to let the very end man on the line of scrimmage make the tackle when you have more guys than you can defend, which is what happened, and Utah gets a positive gain, even though they have more guys than you can actually block.
Slow out of the huddle, 10 on the play clock. Utah taking its time, working some clock. Second down and 7. Play clock at 5, play clock at 4. They motion the man across the formation, hand it off again. Through the hole goes Mekhi Bernard, out to the 40, 41-yard line. 3 more for Mekhi Bernard. And Utah faces a 3rd down and 3 coming up here as we dip under 6:45 to play. Mai with the tackle again for Baylor.
Yeah, and these are so much more manageable than those 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5, because you could still run the football here, and it just gives you a lot more options and not so much pressure on this young quarterback.
Utah 3 of 11 on 3rd down today. Big 3rd down right now. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left-hand side. Got a tight end in the slot, and the tailback Mekhi Bernard. 3rd down and 3. Wilson under center. 5 men at the line of scrimmage. Run blitz coming. Bernard through the hole. 1st down yardage. There he goes. 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. It belted out of bounds at the Baylor 29-yard line. Lorando Johnson made the touchdown-saving tackle for the Baylor Bears, but Utah picks up a huge chunk and a huge 1st down. 30 yards for Mekhi Bernard.
Yeah, really smart play here at the end by Mekhi. I mean, he could have just run out of bounds, but he kind of gives himself up and just goes down in field, so you keep the ball moving. Again, Utah just said, hey, look, we're going to run the game, run the ball here. Mekhi's done a great job. Patient, and then that big play happens.
18 carries, 116 yards now for Mekhi Bernard, his 3rd career 100-yard rushing game. Stanley in the ball game now for Utah. 1st and 10 for the Baylor 29. Wilson under center. Turns and hands Dijon Stanley into the right-hand side and down after a 1-yard gain to the 28.
Yeah, and this is really the drive you need in this situation. Your defense has been on the field a lot in the second half. You got a young quarterback in there. Give these offensive linemen a chance to just get off the ball and just get into a rhythm, get into a nice rhythm here, and they've done it. Even though Baylor's put more guys than you can block at the line of scrimmage, they're still getting positive running plays on really all these downs.
2nd down and 9. Utah taking its time again, breaking the huddle in about 12 seconds. They line up 2nd and 9 for the Baylor 28-yard line. Isaac backs up into the shotgun. Stanley make it Mike Mitchell in the ball game now. Motion to tight end Bentley across the formation. Mitchell straight ahead, make it Stanley. And he'll pick up 2 yards to the 26-yard line. It'll be 3rd down at about 7.
That was the same formation they got called for the illegal motion on, and I think they corrected it here, but that was a good adjustment. So this is a big play right here. We're 3rd down. This is a 3rd and long. Clearly, you're in field goal range. I would imagine that Utah's not going to do anything too flashy or exciting.
How about a screen?
Yeah, I like screen. I like show and run and have Isaac Wilson keep the ball and go around the end.
Bernard the back in the backfield. Isaac under center. 1 tight end, 3 wide receivers. 3rd down and 7 for the Baylor 26. Caldarella in motion. They hand it off right-hand side. Bernard into the pile. Picks up a yard, maybe 2. It really didn't have much chance. They stacked that line of scrimmage up. And a timeout taken now by the Baylor Bears.
Yeah, good timeout by Baylor.
Baylor takes their first charge timeout of the half.
Well, it's going to be a field goal opportunity here, maybe for Cole Becker. We'll see. It'll be 4th down and 6. Becker today 1 out of 2. He made the one going south. He missed the one going north. This would be a south to north field goal here, and a chance to put Utah up by 14 if he makes it, if they try it. We haven't seen him come out on the field just yet.
Correction, that was Baylor's 2nd charge timeout of the half.
Yeah, and I'd really be shocked if Utah didn't actually try to kick the field goal here. That extra point comes into play. Missed field goal comes into play. So this is a big kick here for sure.
23-12 Utah, 3:46 to play in the ball game. We'll try to get some clarity as much as we can on Cam Rising. Cam got injured at the end of the first half, was driven into the Baylor bench, questionable on the late hit, but he hit all the equipment and the coolers and everything else. He went to the locker room with a towel on his throwing hand. He's come out here in the second half, and he's got some tape, some kind of gauze, wrap tape, whatever you call that, pink, I think, on his throwing hand between 2 fingers. That's all we know.
Yeah, and it's hard because it doesn't look like it's overly serious. But we don't know for sure. But,
exactly.
But it's also time missed to get yourself kind of back into the flow of things, being out, for a year and a half from football.
43-yard field goal here for Cole Becker to put Utah up by 14. Out of the hold of Jack Baumeister, right hash. Kick is away. It's high. It's end over end, and it is no good again.
Goodness.
Cole Becker has missed not once but twice today. And that will not make the head coach happy. Opportunity missed there for Utah. Kyle Whittingham just kind of watching Becker walk past him, and Baylor's going to get the football here. Down by just 11 with 3:40 to play. Timeout on the field. We'll come back and give you the final 3:40. It's been a weird afternoon here at Rice-Eccles Stadium. Utah 23, Baylor 12. This is Utah football from ESPN 700 and the Utes Sports Radio Network.
This is Preston Handy. And this is Garrett Handy from the law firm Handy & Handy. We specialize in handling personal injury cases, which include car accidents, motorcycle accidents, trucking accidents, dog bites, ski accidents, and slip and falls. If you've been involved in an accident, we can help you.
At the end of the day, our clients come first, and we fight to get you the best possible result.
If you've been injured in an accident, consider our 40 years of winning cases.
Contact Handy & Handy for a free case consultation.
At Handy & Handy, you're not just another number. Big firm experience, small firm attention.
Are you ready to elevate your drive? Check out the brand new Ineos Grenadier at Warner. This is a no-nonsense utilitarian SUV powered by a beautiful BMW inline-6 turbocharged engine ready to conquer Utah terrain. From trails to highways, full-time four-wheel drive, and available locking differentials. Demo the Ineos Grenadier today with Warner on the corner of 2400 South and 5600 West in West Valley. Warner, your family-owned Ineos dealer. Browse online at WarnerIneosGrenadier.com.
Did you know a lube and adjustment can extend the life of your garage door? At Price's Guaranteed Doors, with 40 years of service under our belt, we know the key to keeping your door in top shape. We also offer reliable fixes, often within 24 hours at rates you'll love. From minor adjustments to major repairs, we've got you covered. Trust our experts to keep your door running smoothly year after year. Call Price's Doors today, 801-975-7575. Price's Guaranteed Doors. Fast, friendly, and always dependable.
ESPN 700 and Sound Warehouse have been Ute fans for over 45 years, and chances are you scored your first car stereo system from Sound Warehouse. Kids are going back to school, the weather is cooling down, and football is here. Rock your car, rock your Harley, rock your side-by-side, rock your Jeep, amp up that bass in your factory car stereo system. Lifetime installation, labor warranty, and no credit leasing. Salt Lake, Ogden, and Orem. Or visit them online at soundwarehouse.com. The Warehouse. Sound Warehouse.
You're listening to Utah Football, brought to you by Pepsi and Smith's on ESPN 700 and the Ute Sports Network.
3 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the ball game. Utah 23, Baylor 12. Bears have it after the missed field goal by Cole Becker. A second miss today from about 43 yards. And DeQuan Finn back out on the field after taking a pretty good hit by Junior Tafuna and Samote Pepa on that last drive. 75-yard field for the Bears, down by 11 with 3:40 to play. Finn to pass, three-step drop, fires to Trigg, outside, caught by the tight end, steps out of bounds. After about an 8-yard gain, the former USC Trojan and Old Miss Rebel comes up with a grab, and it'll be second down and 2. They'll go quickly with tempo, empty backfield for Finn. 5 receivers in the pattern. Daquan Finn going to roll out to his right-hand side, throw down the field, caught that time by Josh Cameron at the Baylor 45-yard line. That's going to be a first down, and he was wide open on the curls. Amaya Vaughn playing way off.
Yeah, you got to still play your defense. You can't just get lax.
He'll pass again. First down this time in the flat. Trigg juggles, caught. Did he keep it? Nope. Didn't have control of it. Went out of bounds with it.
It was an incomplete pass. It's second down.
Hit him in the hands, didn't catch it cleanly, and then Utah ushered him out of bounds. It goes incomplete. Second down and 10 coming up. 3 minutes exactly to play in the ball game now. 23-12 Utah. Dawson Pendergrass in the backfield. 4 wide receivers for Finn. Utah will rush just 4 up front. Here comes Utah. Finn to pass over the middle. Caught by Trigg into Utah territory. And down to the Utah 47-yard line goes Michael Trigg. Utah tried to rip that ball out. Trigg had both those big old arms of his wrapped around it. It'll be third down at about 2. Finn again quickly, and Utah lines up with 4 at the line of scrimmage. Finn to pass. Looking, holds the ball, pats it once and twice, completes it to Trigg again. Samaya Vaughn rips the ball out, but can't get it away from him. And he gets down to the 41-yard line, enough yardage for that first down.
Yeah, and all the throws have been out to the outside of the field, short, safe, underneath throws, and, just trying to be, just patient with what they're doing, move the ball down the field.
Utah slow to substitute here because Baylor threw some subs in. Tick, tick, tick goes the clock, down to 2:05, 2:04, 2:03. First and 10, Baylor. Daquan Finn throwing up the sideline, not anywhere close to that wide receiver. He has not been accurate on the deep ball today. Good coverage up that sideline.
This is the 2-minute timeout
By Scooby Davis. And that takes us to the 2-minute timeout. The 2-minute pause in play. Dare I call it the 2-minute warning. Minute 57 to play here at Rice-Eccles. Utah by 11, 23-12. And this is Utah football from ESPN 700 and the Ute Sports Radio Network.
What's better than a credit card with a low interest rate? How about one with no interest? For a limited time, when you open a new America First Visa, you'll enjoy 0% APR purchases for the first 6 months. Yep, all that buying power and not a single cent of interest for 6 months. That means no interest on summer fun, no interest on back-to-school gear, and no interest on holiday shopping. Interested? Then hurry to AmericaFirst.com to apply for yours today. Introductory variable annual percentage rate. Membership eligibility terms, creditworthiness, and conditions apply. See AmericaFirst.com/Visa for details. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal Opportunity Lender.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Smith's, where you'll find over 30,000 mouth-watering choices that excite your inner foodie. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices, plus extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week. You can also save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with fuel points. More savings and more inspiring flavors make shopping Smith's worth it every time. Smith's, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs.
Old Dominion, official freight carrier of Utah Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard. Until the other team scores. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
You're listening to Utah Football, brought to you by Key Bank on ESPN 700 and the Ute Sports Network.
1:57 to play. Utah 23, Baylor 12. Bears have it. 2nd and 10 at the Utah 42-yard line. A lot to discuss in the postgame show tonight if Utah can hold on here. Richard Reese, the tailback. Daquan Finn, who's had a couple of bright moments, but mostly been held in check by this Utah defense today. Stands in the shotgun, spreads receivers across the formation. Utah will rush 4. Trigg, the tight end, comes in motion. Finn to pass. 4-man rush. Finn steps away from it, steps up, throws in the flat over the head of the tailback.
That's a lateral.
And incomplete. That's going to be a backward pass.
The field is an incomplete backwards pass.
Yep. That's going to be a 4-yard loss. That'll be back to the 46-yard line, and that'll bring up 3rd down at about 14. 3rd down coming up. They've been better here in the second half, but still not great. Reese stays in the ball game. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. 4 out of 15 on 3rd down to the Bears. Utah will rush just 4-play coverage behind it. Daquan Finn to pass. 4-man rush coming. Finn scrambling, looking out into the flat. Over the head again of Reese, incomplete. I mean, he's like Nuke LaLoosh and Bull Durham. He can throw it 1,000,000 miles an hour, but you have no idea where that's going to go. 4th down coming up.
He hit the bull on that one.
He did.
Shouldn't the play clock been going if that's a lateral? I mean, it shouldn't be an incomplete pass. The clock stopped.
Going out of bounds.
But it was a backward pass, though. It should have been like if you tossed the ball out of bounds.
Here we go. 4th down at 14 for the Baylor Bears. Got to get to the Utah 32. Finn in the shotgun. Will Utah rush more than 4? Yep, they bring 5 this time. Here comes the blitz. In the flat, they've got the tailback Reese. Reese to the 40, that's it. Great open field tackle that time by who? Was that Teo Johnson? It was. Teo's had himself an afternoon. We'll try and catch up with him on the postgame show today. Some big tackles. Of course, he had that field goal return for touchdown. Good day for Teo Johnson, and Utah will take over on downs, and Utah's going to go to 2-0, but Scott, a lot of questions still about this football team, and especially at quarterback with Cam Rising.
It really is, and hopefully this isn't a long-term injury here. But we did get a lot of good answers, and, Teo Johnson clearly is one of those. Scooby Davis was another one. And, so this defense I thought actually played quite well. And according to my math bill, this game is over. They can kneel on it. There's not enough time or timeouts for Baylor.
Victory formation here. Isaac Wilson will take one knee. Will Baylor take the timeout? They will not. Dave Aranda will wave the white flag here on a Saturday afternoon. 2 more knees is what Utah will have to take, and then they'll be done here today and improve to 2-0. Not a conference win, though, against a conference opponent. Utah will improve to 2-0, and we'll head to Logan next Saturday to take on the Aggies, who will be playing the USC Trojans a little bit later on today.
Yeah, and, it was a tough situation for Isaac Wilson to be in. He's a young kid. He's a freshman straight out of high school, but handled it pretty well. He made some good plays, and Utah did enough to win this game in a tough circumstance.
One more knee here, Isaac Wilson. Actually, there'll be 2 more knees for Isaac Wilson.
Dude, they got to tell him to not back up 9 miles.
Just take the knee and be good with it.
I mean, they've lost 5 yards of offense.
Well, it doesn't matter of offense. As you look at your total yard stat sheet.
Right, man. Coach Shula, he would get all over you. If you backed up an inch, it's like you snap the ball and put your knee down.
Our program today brought to you by Dirty Dough Cookies, the official cookie partner of University of Utah Athletics. Visit them online at dirtydoughcookies.com. One more knee, and Utah will improve to 2-0. Isaac Wilson takes the snap, takes the knee, and that will do it. Final score here today at Rice-Eccles Stadium, where it's always a great day to be a Ute. Utah 23 and the Baylor Bears 12. Utah did not score a point in the second half and held Baylor to 12 for the ball game. Utah improves to 2-0, Baylor to 1-1. We'll take a timeout. The post-game show will start next. This is Utah football from ESPN 700 and the Ute Sports Radio Network.
U of U football is a big event, and Diamond Event and Tent is proud to be a sponsor. Whether it's an intimate gathering of 10 or a large event of 1,000 people or more, Diamond Event and Tent has the tables, chairs, linens, glassware, flatware, tents, and more to make your event memorable. Diamond's helpful, knowledgeable staff is ready to assist you in making your special day a success. Visit their website, diamondevent.com, for planning guides and information. Go Utes!
Utes fans, what a game. But you know what the best part about seeing the game live? The color. There's nothing more exciting than seeing an entire stadium completely decked